Oh shit, let's get to it. What the hell is this? Whole lot has happened last night. Oh. It's the demon realm.
In the beginning, there was only the Word, and the light followed it. All things were born thus: heaven, earth, hell. And for a time it was good. But the reckoning is at hand. This is why you were made, and why I strip you now of my name. Astra, once Astrael, to fulfill your sacred mission. You must fall.
Damn, this looks kind of good. That was the weirdest trailer I think I've ever seen. Man, they're gonna have to figure something out about that trailer, man. That was bad. The gameplay looks good, but man, that trailer. Woof! I love Dynasty Warriors.
爽快タクティカルアクション新三国無双オリジンズが任天堂スイッチ2で登場。舞台は中国五冠末期三国志の世界。プレイヤーは過去の記憶を失った武芸者となり、さまざまな英傑たちと出会いながら戦乱の世を乗り越えていきます。
I've never played Dynasty Tactics though.
戦場へ乗り込む前にまずは軍技で作戦を確認。
You know what's really sad? I could probably name everyone at this table.
前にまずは軍技で作戦を確認。
So that's Cao Cao, Liu Bei, Gong Yu. He was in the newer versions, and so were these guys. These guys weren't in Dynasty Warriors 5 or 6. This guy as well, he's newer. And let me guess, they're gonna fight Lu Bu? Of course. Of course they're gonna fight fucking Lu Bu. Of course they're gonna fight Lu Bu.
動きを把握して作戦通りに動くことが攻略。
Xiahou Dun, yeah, Xiahou Dun. Yeah, Zhao Yun.
の基本になります。戦闘では圧倒的な数の大軍団が相手です。一人の兵、武将としてさまざまな武芸を駆使して強敵に立ち向かいましょう。味方部隊に指示を出して強力な戦闘を放ったり、敵の拠点を制圧して士気を上げたり、仲間と連携して戦うことも重要です。こういった
That's gone you. That's gone you. That's the boy with the big blade.
次第で 戦局は大きく変わっていきます。主人公は特徴の異なる9種類の武器を使うことができます。戦闘を重ねていくと能力が上昇したり、新たなスキルが解放されたり。
Oh, I love that they kept the level system, dude. The level system is so good.
大きな成長へとつながります。ただ戦い
Oh my god, look at the big map, the little map. Yo, I love it.
大陸各地での交流
Oh, that looks so much better than the older ones.
欠かせません。
Can you do each of their stories, just like the other ones?
通じて物語は進み、新たなアイテムや武器を得ることができます。準備が整ったらまた新たな戦場へと向かいましょう。さまざまな英傑たちと共に数々の戦場を乗り越え進むべき道を。
Lu Bu's my favorite character. I love playing as Lu Bu. His story arc is usually the best. They did him dirty in the last one that they had made though.
進むべき道を見極めていく。あなたの選択次第で決まる新たな三国志の世界をお楽しみください。
Yo, I think I've been playing Dynasty Warriors since before I even owned a console. I honestly think Dynasty Warriors might have been my first experience to a game. Now that I think about it. Man, Lu Bu looking sick, boy. Damn. Bro, look at that armor. Holy shit. They representing this go around. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. Because I remember I'd go over to my cousin and he would have Dynasty Warriors and we'd play Dynasty Warriors because it was co-op. We played that shit on like the PlayStation 2. That looks like absolute chaos. What is this? Oh my god, it's just a big ass hammer. God damn, boy! My god! Oh, is your job as you're like an alien species trying to kill them or something? Yo, what an interesting idea for a game, by the way. Is that just a whole safe? Are they literally just dropping whole safes on the people? Look, just a whole safe. My god, these things are retarded. That's crazy. Next! I wanted this game to be better. I'm so disappointed in this game, bro.
Hi, I'm General Johnny Rico. Today, we bring...
Actually, General Johnny Rico, we're not going to give you any more time, because the last time I viewed you, man, they tried to copy strike my channel. Well, not strike it, but they tried to take all my revenue. Fuck you. By the way, I don't care about Sims. Marathon is going to be dog shit. Can't be convinced otherwise. What is this?
Back then I had it all. First round pick, trophies piled high, and a family
Midwest safety?
to be proud of. The American dream, right? But it took one single hit. And the lights went out for a long, long time.
That sucks.
But only when they took my daughter, then I had truly lost everything. Is she alive? I don't know. But these rats are gonna pay anyhow.
Damn. What the fuck? Bro, that's horrifying. That's awful. What the fuck? That thing looks like a magic card, bro. That looks crazy. Dawn. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Dawn of War 4.
I don't think anyone really realized in the team how much effort all of this would take. You know, we were all knowing that we are biting off more than we could chew.
Actually, you know what? Hold on, hold on. We gotta watch this, but we also gotta watch the, there's two things that we gotta watch. Because you had posted something in Discord that I wanted to watch as well. Whoa! That's cool. Hold on, wait a minute.
Deformis, second of Annalyn. Remember, lightning does not discriminate between the living and the dead.
That looks like it's gonna be good. That's crazy. It's like a remake or something. Monster and Me. This looks like a... Oh my god, what's it called? A, roguelike. No way. No way they actually are making an anime out of that fucking retarded, horse runner girl game, whatever the fuck that was. No way. Yeah, this is the thing you had posted in the Discord. We're gonna watch that too. That was the other thing I was looking for. What the fuck? What is this? Hold on, we gotta watch this now. Uncle Kaz. Should I give it a try? Everything that you do in the game, he always does it with such, like, anger and aggression. It's so funny.
Like a dragon of sowing.
Go!
Oh! Don't fuck it up! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Oh, shit!
Beautiful turn. Maximum output.
I love you, drive safe.
Delicate, yet bold. Don't you dare wrinkle me. Messed it up. Okay, concentrate. Beautiful turn.
Oh my god, there's just blood all over the fucking thing, dude. There's just blood all over the shirt.
Got it.
My god. Wait, can you ride motorcycles now? Yeah, now we're talking. Oh my god, you can. What? That's crazy. Huh. Man, the combat sure has changed a lot in that game. Holy shit. Let's go.
As much as I adore the hand-painted Warhammer 40k guys I have sitting just off to the right side of my desk right now, there's always been one thing they can't do that an RTS like Dawn of War 4 can. Moving and fighting and kicking the crap out of each other realistically. I mean, sure, I can smash them together and make cool sound effects, but that can ruin the paint job, and it wouldn't really cut it for a new Dawn of War game. It is, after all, a series known for its brutal kill animations and intense battlefield atmosphere. We got a chance to chat with Thomas Derksen, animation director on Dawn of War 4, about how King Art Games is taking the animations for the characters in this universe that we love to the next level.
Yo, you see that coffin?
For the characters
That's
in this
crazy.
universe that we love to the next level. Like myself, Derksen recalls the original Dawn of War being a gateway into the larger 40k universe.
So the first memory that I have from the game was... So I didn't know anything about this. I have no idea what Dawn of War, who Games Workshop was, anything. I just got my hands on the Dawn of War 1 game. The first thing that I saw and that they did different than most other RTS was I had a squad of guys there. And I could equip them with a range of weapons. I could upgrade them, I could add a sergeant and everything, right? Like, it just felt like I cared so much more about these guys on the battlefield there, fighting it out. I didn't want to have them killed or get them killed, and I think that's what really sold me on the whole idea. And the other thing that I remember from the game was seeing the Dreadnought getting hold of one of the orcs and then crushing him in his hand. This is just nothing I saw in any game before. I think it was spectacular to see all of this, like the stuff that back then that you only ever imagined in your head really play out in real time during a game in a way spectacular way. Like this was just awesome.
Synced kill animations have been around since the beginning of the series, but with Dawn of War 4, King Art wanted to take things even a step further.
Really?
Anytime two units engage in melee, animations can be created procedurally based on their relative heights, weights, and strengths. So it's not just...
So, like, the kill animations could be random? That's sick. The kill animations are procedurally generated? That is so fucking sick.
Fatal finishers, but every
I've never played a Dawn of War game, so this will probably be my first one that I play.
exchange of blows.
I think this is one of the main things that kept us busy around here. It was what we call the combat director. The combat director does something very unique. Most people know the sync kill system from all the way back from Dawn of War 1, but what we did is we tried to expand on that and instead have synced combat really. So every action that you see in the game really has a counterpart. So you always see guys fighting it out between themselves. I don't think really any RTS has done anything like this in the past.
And that's no simple feat when 40k features everything from tiny goblin-like Gretchens up to towering Astartes dreadnoughts. But King Art is aiming for a system that can even generate synced brawls between some very mismatched opponents.
Whoa.
Regarding the size differences, yeah, we call it power levels, really. There's a lot of overlap between certain power levels, but not all of them. So a Gretchen will never be able to fight a Dreadnought, for example, the same way that another Dreadnought does, right? So you have to find actions that fit both sizes, or rather, like, I think we have 4 power levels in total. So really there's a lot of overlap between certain units, but not all of them. So there's a range of actions that only...
Bro, I bet this game is probably beefy enough to make any, like, modern, like, beefy computer laggy as shit.
Dreadnoughts versus other Dreadnoughts, or in some cases versus Terminators. So there's a range of actions that only a Terminator can use against other Terminators, for example. But some of them we will be able to combine with, say, a Dreadnought or a Death Dread or something. Right, but Gretchens then have their own unique action sets where they would then match up against all the smaller ones like Imperial Guardsmen or sometimes the occasional Orc, but most of the time they stick to themselves and are more or less only thrown around by the big guys.
Dreadnoughts and tanks are one thing, but with the storied Dark Angels chapter arriving to reinforce the beleaguered Blood Ravens, we'll be seeing another RTS first in Dawn of War 4 with the appearance of an actual Space Marine Primarch on the battlefield.
That's crazy.
Lionel Johnson, recently awakened from an epic power nap, will make an appearance in the campaign mode. And animating such a living legend is a task King Art
Bro,
is
look at that armor. I love the green on it.
taking seriously.
That looks so badass.
Are hard to get right. From the perspective of an RTS, if you don't think about it, they don't look much bigger than humans. So you have to convey a whole lot more than you would for normal humans. And now the Primarch is on a whole different level again. And also he has his own certain characteristics. He's kind of a very, has a very wild fighting style.
Yo, look at
Everything
that.
we have seen so far on the Space Marine. So I think getting that right, this was just a whole lot of challenges all at the same time, really.
And it's not just the scale of the units that are creating new challenges this time around. The battles in Dawn of War 4 can get bigger than anything we've seen in the series previously. And
Really?
for those battlefields to stay readable, the animation system needs to adapt.
Yeah, we are a bit more zoomed out in our game, right? We want to show more units on the battlefield at the same time. So what we had to do that was a little bit different to what Dawn of War 1 did is we had to introduce a bit more movement throughout all these actions. These combatants, they were dragging one another along to fight it out on the ground sometimes. As a player, you require a better read on the silhouette to really understand what's going on from the corner of your eye, kind of.
Despite what you may have heard, though, in the grim darkness of the far future, there is a bit more than only war. I mean, you also need to build stuff that enables you to do more war.
Really?
And even in constructing an outpost, Dawn of War 4 includes a lot of faction-specific personality.
Oh!
For
I thought he meant the actual Sony PlayStation Kratos God of War. They're calling this God of War 4.
example, actually, a lot of faction-specific. And even in constructing an outpost, Dawn of War 4 includes a lot of faction.
Or maybe he's saying Dawn of War 4?
The orcs, for example, actually drop most of their buildings from space in the form of a big pile of junk that somehow organizes itself into something.
I love it, dude. I love the theme and the flow so far. It looks really
What
good.
we really did, we knew that we wanted to have this look like a bunch of junk. really, right? Like junk being dropped from orbit. And I think we just went ahead with the physicality behind, okay, how would it look like if we dropped a rock from orbit? Like, what's the speed? What's the weight that we want to convey? And then we just let it go and see where we ended up. Tweaked it a little bit here and there, and I was like, yeah, I think this looks scrappy enough now, so let's use it. I think starting with orcs set us up to explore certain areas that we didn't fully or couldn't fully commit to with the orcs. So for example, for the orcs, it needed to feel scrappy, and so weight was kind of a different concern than for Space Marines, for example. So the orc stuff is just dropped from the sky, but the Space Marine stuff, it was dropped there with intention, like with bad intentions. And we could expand a bit on that idea, right? And for other factions, it was more... For the Ethnic, for example, wanted to click...
yeah, because it's not just orcs. They have, like, all the factions, too.
Place a little bit more neatly, for example. Something is the exact opposite from what orcs do. So I think orcs pretty much like provided us with a good enough baseline to expand into certain other areas that interested us.
Needless to say, bringing the 40k universe to life in an RTS is always going to be a monumental task.
What's confusing?
These devs, seeing intricate and interesting moments emerge through this new animation system has given them something to get excited about.
Yeah, so we had an immense task ahead of us back then. I don't think anyone really realized in the team how much effort all of this would take. You know, we were all knowing that we are biting off more than we could chew back then, but it was on a whole different level. What I find spectacular, and it only hit me recently, was I was just watching a scene of Blade Guards fighting it out with a bunch of orcs. You saw the Blade Guard apparently noticing someone approaching from behind and killing them. Other orcs attacking from the sides, killing them too. These guys on the battlefield, they start to be aware.
This reminds me a lot of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. It's called Tabs on Steam. It's where you line up a bunch of forces. So, like, the opposition is usually already there, and you can see what they have, and they give you, like, an amount of money that you can spend. And then what happens is you build your forces based on the amount of money you have to defeat the opposition. And, you know, sometimes you have to retry it, because that's just how war works, I guess. But it's just a joke. That's a joke. And then, you know, when you beat them, you move to the next level.
And you start to see intelligence play out. I hope that players can find these little moments and appreciate them as much as we do here.
If you want to hear more from the devs of Dawn of War 4, check out our interview with the creative leads. Then
That's
keep
crazy.
an eye out for even more Dawn of War 4, including some hands-on with the Orc campaign, all month as part of IGN First.
Yo, WIGN, by the way. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, how's it going, Cross Current? You doing all right today? And it's Friday already. I'm so happy. I'm gonna sleep in so much tonight. I'm gonna stay up until like late. Then I'm gonna go to bed and stay and sleep in. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep. I'm gonna throw my fucking my sleep schedule all off. Okay. Got one more gaming thing that we need to watch. I'm actually really excited for the new Resident Evil game.
In this showcase, we'll go over the latest information on Resident Evil Requiem, which will release next month on February 27th.
Damn, that does sound like a good start. Bro, I hate getting sick whenever I wake up in the morning. It makes me feel like, bro, it's the worst.
Let's take a look at some of the gameplay.
はい、出ないとは言ってないですね。いや、言ってない。
Isn't it kind of crazy that all these games that are coming out that look like they're going to be really good, none of them are actually made by Western companies? They're all made by foreign companies. They're all made from like Japan, China. I believe the new Warhammer game, the Warhammer Total War 4, is made in Norwegian. It's like Norwegia or something like that. Nigeria? Sorry. Something like that.
レオンでもうバチバチのホラーのステージをテストしてみたんですけど、やっぱりこんなレオンあんま見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは事実としてありますね。今回グレイスとレオンで全然違うゲームになってます。グレイスの方はその RE2 ですとかバイオ7もそうですね。ホラーに特化したゲーム体験になってまして、レオンの方はというとバイオ4に代表されるような
I don't think I've ever heard that before. I don't think I've ever heard of like somebody not being able to breathe after they drink Gatorade. That's a new one on me. So like you got like some kind of new rare stream of, or strain of like COVID or something. That's weird. That thing's awful. Damn, that gun.
緊張と弛緩のその差っていうのが一つ面白さだと思ってるんですけども、すごく緊張して静かなペースで進むグレースのゲームプレイと、もう発散してダイナミックに激しいアクションをする、そういうカタルシスなレオン、大きな意味でその緊張と弛緩っていう
That was sick.
してパートを最適に配置する、こういう意図で構成してますね。
Damn. Leon's not fucking around this go around.
レオンとグレース2人とも主人公なんですけども、ストーリーとしては基本的には
So what I understand so far, Leon is supposed to be the like combat section, and then Grace is supposed to be like the sneaking section, I guess, kind of like how it was in Resident Evil 4, where like Ashley, you played as her like two parts and you snuck around, and then like in Leon was like, you know, the protector or whatever.
プレイヤーキャラがグレースになるパートがあって、またレオンがプレイする。
Oh God, does that mean that you'll have to be like babysitting her like Ashley? Oh God. Oh God.
そういう構成になってますね。
Oh, that makes my stomach hurt, bro.
の続きですけど、レオンはレクイエムの段階でも DSO のエージェントとして、バイオハザードテロと世界のね。
Least you could be able to do is give that dumb bitch a knife so that way if she gets picked up, then like she could stab him in the neck instead of sitting there screaming like a freaking moron.
受けてるってことになってます。彼はたくさんの悲劇を見てきた。おそらく彼今回過去一追い詰められることになると思うんで、その辺も注目してほしいなと思います。
Oh?
ゾンビは生前の
Zombies that retain characteristics from when they were alive.
特徴っていうのを引き継いでいるゾンビがいます。例えば
Oh, so they're becoming more and more like an evolution and less of a zombie. That's interesting.
掃除係の人がいるんですけ
It's kind of nice to see them take a step back from the weird evolutions they've had. Because that's what it is. It's a virus. It's not like, you know, a curse or whatever, like the stereotypical zombie movie. It's not just an actual bunch of dead people. It's a virus. So it's interesting to see them finally take a step back and treat it as such.
ども、その人はゾンビになってもひたすらこう屋敷をきれいにしようとね、掃除を続けてるんですよ。このようにいろんなこう生前の行動に執着するゾンビがいて、ゲームでは彼らの行動を観察して、うまくかわすのに利用したり倒すのに使うと、こういったことができるようになってます。
Ah, so I was right. There are two styles of gameplay.
I think I want a second opinion.
レオンのゲームプレイは圧倒的な緊張感のある戦闘、RE4 から進化したサバイバルアクションになっています。トマホークという斧を装備しており、それによるパリができます。
Oh, come on. There's no way, dude. You really, oh, why? I hate weapon degradation, dude. Why? Oh, I just managed to deflect the chainsaw with my tomahawk. Let me take 5 seconds and sharpen it real quick, guys. Oh, bro, come on with this dog shit. Like, you really want to sit... Oh, it's more realistic. Bro just deflected a chainsaw with a tomahawk. Shut the fuck up. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, with the wooden part of the axe, even. Like, come on, man. Fuck. I do like that. That's cool. Hold on, wait a minute. You could pick up the chainsaw now? That's sick. Oh, that's so sick. So now we just have to sit here and scold the developers. So does making the tomahawks or any knife style weapon that you pick up have a degradation a degrading bar? A degradation bar is what it is. Does that add to the gameplay or take away to the enjoyment of the gameplay? Huh. It takes away from the enjoyment of the gameplay, then why the fuck would you have it? Come on, guys.
どうやって倒すのか、そういった戦略を立てるのが面白さであり、それがうまくいった時にさらにこうカタルシスが倍増する、そういったゲームプレイになっています。
Oh, hold on. I want to see that again.
それがうまくいった時にさらにこうカタルシスのか、どの敵をどの
I'm watching the degradation of the bar. He used the tomahawk there, right? Yeah. So that didn't do any degradation. But that did? So like, does that mean that it only does degradation whenever it's a parry now? I don't understand. Why would it matter? If you're gonna have the degradation bar, the least you could do is make it like make sense. It makes no sense now. If you only use up the tomahawk whenever you do a melee or whenever you get a zombie off of you, but you don't whenever you kill a zombie like this, what the fuck's the difference? You see how the degradation went down? The degradation of the tomahawk is down here, by the way. Like, it didn't go down for this, see? See, it didn't go down. Still hasn't gone down. But for this, it did. How does that make any sense? That doesn't make any sense.
Grace のゲームプレイは閉鎖空間の中を、投資弾薬脅威となる敵、その中をもう恐る恐る考えながら動くっていうのは面白さだと思ってるんですけども、グレースでは敵を倒すのが
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
グレースのゲーム
Oh, wait, I think I know what you're trying to say. Hold on.
さらに倒すの、どの敵をどの部位を撃つのか。
No, the gun's still there.
ういった戦略を立てるのが面白さであり
Now I think that's for the tomahawk, right? Yeah, look, right here, boom. Then the tomahawk takes degradation. Wait, does the gun have one? Dude, the gun has a degradation menu! No, oh, that's his health. No, that's his health. That's his health. That's his health. That's Leon's health, bro. I was about to get pissed. That's Leon's health. That has to be Leon's health.
こういった戦略を立てるのが面白さであり、それがうまくいった時にさらに
Yeah, that's Leon's health. That's his health. Okay. Oh, dude. Dude, you can't scare me like that. Bro, I was about to flip shit. I ain't even kidding.
脅威となる敵、その中をもう恐る恐る考えながら動くっていうのは面白さだと思ってるんですけども、グレースでは敵を倒すべきか逃げるのか、そこの判断も非常に重要になってきています。なので、レクイエムではそのためのさまざまな手段を用意しています。それほど重火器いっぱい出てくるわけではないんですけども、一つこう象徴的な武器としてレクイエムというそのままタイトルを
That is a huge gun. That is a massive gun. Holy shit. What the fuck would you ever use a gun like what are you shooting, bear? Holy shit. Bro, that's not even a gun anymore. That's a fucking cannon. God damn. I have shot shotguns with smaller caliber than that fucking thing. Bro, like, that's the kind of gun that you shoot and break your fucking wrist. Holy shit. Fuck, bro. What do you even need that for? Just put the bullet in the barrel. With all the fucking shite animations I've ever seen in my life, let me just take out this whole fucking thing for one bullet. Oh, bro. I'm not trying to make fun of the game, I swear to God. It's just too easy, man. I don't doubt this is going to be a really good game.
クラフトのリソースになる基地っていうのを、つまり敵を倒すのにもまた意味があると、そういう意味でより RH スタイルのゲームを深めるような工夫っていうのは各所に入れてますね。
What? Yo, bro, she's got like some blade tech kind of shit. She got like that oh man, what it's like EDTA from Blade, where like you that's what he used to kill Frost in the first Blade movie. He like pumped him full of that like syringe shit and it like fucked him, blew him up. It's that like blue vial.
A variety of gameplay options
made their asses explode.
This title. Players can switch between two camera perspectives.
That's crazy.
And these can be changed at any time during the game. Multiple difficulties are also available. New players can enjoy casual mode and use aim assist to take down zombies with
aim assist. That's disgusting.
But if you choose standard classic, ink ribbons will be needed to save the game.
Okay, that was the one thing that I always hated about even Code Veronica. The fucking ink ribbons, bro. The ink ribbons, man. Fucking ink ribbons.
This mode is recommended for those who enjoy a tense atmosphere.
今回、ポルシェさんとコラボレーションさせていただきまして、世界に1台しかない車を作っております。
Right? I mean, I'm sure it has an autosave feature for checkpoints, but like, I never liked the idea of the ink ribbons, and let me tell you why. It's because if I have to go somewhere, I need to turn the game off, bro. I got a life outside of the game. I don't want to spend 30 minutes trying to find an ink ribbon in an area. If I gotta go, I gotta go. I ain't got time for this shit. Like, if I'm saving the game, it's probably because I'm trying to get off. You know what I'm saying? Never was a fan of that.
Two very iconic brands with so much heritage. It's one of those collaborations you're always dreaming
like, these are all things that don't add to my enjoyment, but I would still play the game. Do they add to the enjoyment? No. I would prefer them not be in the game at all, like the weapon degradation and the ink ribbon stuff. I think that's really stupid. Like, why are we still doing that style of gameplay? It's not 2007 anymore. We all know we're playing a game. Like, come on now.
Fan working in this environment. Collaborations like this obviously don't spawn out of nowhere. For his adventures, Leon needed a car which represents his style, but also delivers when it comes to navigating him through all of those dangerous moments.
Well, now we know where most of the game budget went, bro. Most of the game budget going to this damn Porsche. You could have used the body of a Porsche and used a different brand. Why would you choose? You know they're going to charge you out the ass the next, like, however long this game remains relevant. Which is going to probably be forever.
In the game. What I really admire about the custom Resident Evil Cayenne Turbo GT is how the team stayed true to its characteristics by still ensuring it feels authentic in this world. It took a lot of expertise from different departments at Porsche and complex 3D printing to apply those customizations to the real car. It's going to look amazing in the game.
今回もう一つハミルトンさんと、コラボさせていただきまして、レオンとグレースそれぞれのキャラのイメージをモチーフとした時計をつけてます。
Two fantastic
yeah, I agree.
Which recreate those worn in the game in all the stunning details. The khaki field autochrono and the Pan Europe automatic will be in limited edition, 2,000 pieces each, and will release alongside Resident Evil Requiem on February the 27th. Please stay tuned.
Oh.
In addition,
who uses watches anymore? They're so, like, inconvenient, too. Like, they suck to have to wear. I mean, I like the idea behind it if you're, like, a diehard fan. But, like, dude, come on.
A deluxe edition featuring bonus content will also be available for purchase.
I don't think I'm gonna get the deluxe edition.
For Grace and Leon. Weapon skins.
That's kind of cool.
And screen filters will be included in this edition. Those who pre-order will receive an Apocalypse costume for Grace. Along with the platforms shown, the game will also be available on the cloud gaming service GeForce Now. This title is being developed in collaboration with NVIDIA, so a wide range of PC users can enjoy it.
It's such an honor to work on Resident Evil. The iconic series has been thrilling fans around the world for close to 30 years and has continued to raise the bar for innovation and technology with every single release. We've been working closely with Capcom on Resident Evil Requiem, helping shape the future of the franchise with path tracing for realistic graphics, and AI-powered NVIDIA DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation for incredibly fast performance. DLSS also makes Resident Evil Requiem more accessible across a wide range of PCs, extending the nightmare to more gamers.
You know, maybe you're onto something there. Isn't it interesting that they've got watches, they've got Porsche also dipping into this, and they've got NVIDIA talking about it? It's kind of weird, right? Is it just me?
With GeForce Now, gamers can experience Resident Evil Requiem at launch with the cutting-edge graphics and performance on nearly any device, streaming from powerful GeForce RTX servers in the cloud. I can't wait
agree.
to unlock the
I can't tell you how many, like, I'm running a 2080 Ti's SLIing in my desktop, bro. And I've been told by so many people that there's no difference between that and like a new, like, as like a 5090 graphics card. There's like no difference. And you know why there's no difference? It's because all we have is 4K TVs. Once you start playing games in 4K, it doesn't matter. Unless you're like a champion gamer who needs like 120 FPS, you're never going to use that shit. You know why? Because it flags up the fucking game. And even if it doesn't, why do you need it? It's not going to enhance anything. It's the same shit. Like,
Mysteries of Raccoon City once again.
Not only that, 1/6 scale figures of our two protagonists will also be available for purchase. Grace and Leon's figures can be
Exactly.
displayed separately or together as a set. And if you line them up with previous figures, both figures are scheduled for release this fall. An original design
Wait, what?
This fall. Them up with previous figures or together as a set. And if you line them up with previous figures, both figures are scheduled for release this fall.
And if you line them up for wait, what? It was like he was gonna say something, but then he didn't.
Separately or together as a set. And if you line them up with previous figures,
Then what? Then what? You can't just leave it like that. What happens if you line them up with previous figures? And if you line them up with previous figures, what happens? Then what? No.
Are scheduled for release this fall.
Hello?
Original design Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller will be released on the same day as the game.
I think they're actual figures?
And as a series first, Amiibo will also be available.
I don't give a fuck about Amiibo.
The gold editions of both Resident Evil and
I already know.
third with breathtaking.
実はレオンにはある秘密があって、そことも関わってくる要素だったり、
But you know that thing's gonna run like dog shit on the Switch.
お母さんアリスタが殺された、そこにも関わる非常に重要なものになっているので、この辺のね、その謎をプレイしてぜひ解き明かしていってもらえればなと思います。バイオハザードレクイエム、まだまだ言いたいこと本当にキリがないんで、発売まで引き続き注目していただければと思います。
Right? They have like the Ubisoft and the EA sponsor. Oh man. As long as they keep making decent or okay games, then we'll be alright, right? That's all that matters. Damn, we getting late. We're gonna have to skip these for today. Ain't got time for that. We're gonna skip this. Oh, actually, you know what? We might come back to that. What is this?
Hi, I'm Jelly. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I learned how to train my body for many years. Maybe you know, I was a
Whoa, no shot. Yo, that's my favorite actor, bro. Let's go.
years old learning martial arts to train the body. I spent 27 years to learn how to train my mind. Here, I want to share more how to train the mind. Why is it very important? Because now, I'm very peaceful. I hope you too. You know, a lot of people only want to share the shiny part, but I want to share both. I'm just like normal people when I was young. I'm struggling. I got a lot of pressure. I want to fight. I want to be successful. But what is the successful? We need more famous, more power, more things. But you fight for that. If you don't understand, at the end of the day, you're still fighting. I want to talk to you guys more story, how to train your martial arts. If you're interested, I can share how to make an action film. But in the future, how to helping people. That's wonderful because we're a global family, like in the Earth. Retired, nothing to do, but I really want to use my life journey and the experiences to share with you, make your journey easier, happier, and healthier.
Yo, WW video, let's go. Yo, check that out. Check out Jet Li, man. Yo, W video.
Be so retarded. Again, if you don't know what a man and a woman is,
Oh yeah, here we go. You know, we gotta have our fun for the day.
to be institutionalized. You do. You've got to be institutionalized. Somebody's got to do something about that. And I think also this is the thing that's so frustrating about it is that every single person that's up there knows exactly what a man and a woman is. But there's this weird, like, fucking, it's like a George Orwell fucking dystopian thinking where, like, they just keep repeating the same thing that's not true infinitely, and then they hope that, oh, well, maybe now...
All I have to do is use the correct terminology. It's not very difficult. It's not easy to not be a transphobe and be a whatever, and still hold to your values and whatever. Like, why is that so hard? You want to talk about sex? You can say biological male, cool. Okay. You want to talk about social constructs and fucking genders? Whatever. You can say man, woman, whatever. How hard is that? Oh wow, you have a pronoun that I'm familiar with. I'm gonna use it to be nice and fucking go along and be civilized and move on with my life. How hard is that? It is so simple. It is such an easy.
I agree.
Social contract, and
it becomes a problem when you've got doctors sitting in front of the U.S. Senate that are so fucking scared that they won't even say if a man can get pregnant. That's when like you have a licensed doctor that won't admit that. That's when you start having problems.
People like what? No, I have to say, you're not.
What's your favorite boy?
You said that. You're not that. You could never get real baby because you said that you're a woman. Nah. You're like, dude. Okay, I mean, you're a fucking loser. Like, I think it's odd.
What? Man, get out of here. I feel like you could respect somebody by using pronouns that they want, sure, just to play nice in public. But like, it's one of those things that if you're working with somebody, you're gonna deal with things to an extent, as opposed to when you're living with somebody. If that makes any sense. Exactly. And like I said yesterday, when does it start crossing the line of malpractice? Because that's the issue. I don't care if you work at Walmart and your pronouns are attack helicopter, camera, microtransaction, and Bitcoin. But whenever you're a doctor, you're a licensed professional, you are supposed to be held to a standard. And if you can't even get in front of the United States Senate and tell them that a man cannot get pregnant, which they can't, then you have a fucking problem. We have a big problem.
First ICE incident over in Minnesota.
Hold on. Check out Decoy W Decoy. Apparently, I kind of got on the early train when it came to that ICE agent that had shot that person because he was being ambushed. I was on the early train, boys. Everyone's talking about that now.
Activist lost his eye from a non-lethal round in California. But did they learn their lesson?
Nope.
No, it seems everything just keeps getting worse. As in Minnesota.
Yep.
Again.
Apparently, a guy, a dude, I guess he was like in his early, he looks young. He looks really young. Yeah, he looked like he was in his early 20s. So ICE was arresting an illegal immigrant, and then the guy tried to tackle one of the ICE agents, and then he got shot in the eye with, like, I guess a canister or something, I don't know, from one of the ICE agents, and it, like, blinded him, and he almost died. They said that it was a miracle he lived. But it's like, what did you expect would happen? Like, if you did that to a normal police officer, they'd be dragging, like, if it was the riot police and you did that to them, they would drag you underneath the shields, and then they would start beating you with batons. Like, come on.
And ICE just popped another guy.
That there was an ICE-involved shooting.
I love how all they talk about is either the aftermath or what is happening once the ICE agents have had enough and start doing something about it. They don't ever show what led up to the incident.
Where this enraged the activists, despite no
Just like what happened with that dude that lady that got shot in Minneapolis. You noticed how they never once showed the full video until people just kept prying, and then they were like, okay, here you go.
Virtually nothing about this incident.
There's a person arrested, it seems. I'm not quite sure, on the ground. She looks like she's cuffed.
Yeah, like the fireworks.
There's Border Patrol.
When is it ever okay to shoot fireworks at anybody? When has that ever been okay? Now, if you get those little poppers that you throw at people, sure. But fireworks, like the actual like mortar shells? What are we talking about?
Officers in full camo, they're armed with.
I guess when they send in the U.S. military to get this shit under control, it's gonna be a retaliation from the United States government, right? Come on.
A couple of them have night vision.
So the feds sent in tear gas to quell the crowds.
That's right, boys. Get them.
Even deploying prison guards to stop the riots.
Bro, you got the prison guards standing out there. You got prison guards that are having to leave their posts at prison just to make sure you retards don't fuck anything up. Why are we tolerating this, bro?
And all for what? To protest the shooting of an undocumented Venezuelan who was fleeing law enforcement, only to have two random other guys ambush and attack
the ICE officer that was being beaten yesterday. One of them had a shovel, and they were hitting him with a shovel.
the agent, hitting him with a shovel or broomstick, when the officer ended up firing and striking the initial subject, and even though they tried to escape, they were all eventually detained, with both the officer and the attacker being hospitalized. It's almost like, again, ICE isn't out there kidnapping or attacking random citizens. It's just when they're out there enforcing our border laws, when they fear for their life, whether it be being hit by an activist vehicle or getting beaten by 3 idiots with a shovel, they are then forced to use their weapons in self-defense. But these activists...
By the way, guys, they did break into a federal agent's car, an FBI agent's car yesterday, or ICE agents, whichever one you want to call them. They pulled out documents that were in the car of agents' names, phone numbers, and information. They were classified documents, so someone's gonna probably be in a lot of fucking trouble.
But inconvenient facts stop them from committing more felonies, as after they falsely accuse several random people driving SUVs of being ICE.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have to do this. I'm happy to do this. That's all.
They literally stopping people. They're literally stopping people and asking them if they're ICE. That's crazy. You want to sit here and do... Dude.
Stop this.
So he's got a lot of camera equipment. I think we can say this isn't ICE.
But I'm kind. I respect what you are doing. Yeah, no. There's
So what if he was ICE? Y'all gonna beat the hell out of him? What if he was ICE? Were y'all gonna hurt him or something? Yo, it's absolute chaos right now in Minnesota. What the fuck are we doing? Trump, roll in the United States military and fix this shit. You can't have these people going around burning shit and looting and doing riots, man. Fix your country. What are you doing?
Were you here yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes, he was here yesterday. I can testify that. I didn't recognize him.
No, I appreciate your help. Thank you.
I'm not here to help you.
No, I
think the
understand.
fact that you're in a vehicle like this at this
I
time
get it. But with all
He's
due
in a
respect-
vehicle like this? What, he's just a normal person with a vehicle? Sorry?
Everybody, I give you a couple of ways.
Hello?
Well, you can. You go rent something else.
Well,
You should have chose something else. What the fuck?
They found a federal vehicle unattended and proceeded to destroy and loot it.
Yeah, they took firearms yesterday. They took ammunitions yesterday. They took classified documents out of vehicles. Like,
Rummaging through its contents, looking for documents. Even pulling out a safe from inside.
I love how ICE agents are trying to clean up the fucking streets and they're the bad guys. And you got all these fucking schizos pulling a safe out the back of a federal car. What are we... How do you defend this? I'm so confused. How? Now you've got people online saying that they have their Second Amendment and they're going to go out and start shooting ICE agents and posting, like, pictures of the target practice that they've done and, like... It's crazy. They say you're not even supposed to be posting target practice stuff online because if you do, you could get, like, tagged for murder if you ever do actually shoot somebody. Like, because they call it, they could try to get you for premeditated murder.
Put the mask on. They're taking too much camera. Hold on. Put the mask on. Hey, they call me El Diablo. Santeria.
I'm pretty certain everybody involved in this needs to go to federal prison. Worst case, they're stealing weapons that require a tax stamp I'm certain none of them have. Somewhat better case, they're stealing confidential Fed documents that'll just make them rearrange their plans, forcing them to absolutely flood the zone with...
No, the issue is that it had federal agents' like legal names and numbers on it. That's the issue. So they could be doxxed, you know, like obviously a lot of problems can come from that.
The amount of federal agents. And after I recorded this, Nick Sorter actually confirmed they found and stole a rifle out of that core.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What'd I say? These guys aren't protesters, they're looters. What'd I say? You're gonna have like, maybe like 20% of these people are actually gonna be protesters. The rest of these people are gonna have their intentions be nothing but looting. You know how I know that? Whenever you start breaking the law during a protest and rioting, that's how I know that.
Here's some bullets.
When you got people showing up to burn the American flag to incite a riot, so they can later come back and start looting.
At the very least, they found documents in the vehicle that they even live streamed to everybody after finding. These activists have such a short-term mentality, as if stealing these documents was suddenly going to shift the momentum of their movement. And now that they have the current location and direction of the agents, they're not going to immediately switch up, shift their entire focus on the activists that stole those documents and potential weapons inside that safe. And all for what? Because their angry and undocumented individual got popped for attacking a cop with a shovel. As I can say with absolute certainty, if somebody is willing to attack a Fed, their disregard...
Yeah, they had 3 people beating on that ICE agent, bro. There were 3 people that were beating on that ICE agent. What did you expect them to do? Fucking die? They were gonna kill him with the shovel, like, and the stick too. It was a broomstick.
And you definitely wouldn't want that person living next to your grandparents. But no, they can't comprehend any of these realities. They'll just screech, ICE is still attacking and kidnapping innocent individuals, which somehow results in them putting themselves in harm's way to protect the people that actually hate them. But at least ICE is getting more aggressive in arresting these activists.
Yeah, it's because they have more team members there. Whenever people start pushing their way through, they have arrest teams now.
What are you doing? What is your name? I haven't said anything.
Letting them know. Stalking
That big ass hog right there, man. She's so goddamn fat. How they gonna fit the damn handcuffs around her? Jesus.
Letting them know. Stalking and stopping law enforcement is indeed a crime.
It's a crime. And you know what's really sad? Is they're like, yeah, they're using this to get rid of our own citizens. Bro, they're getting arrested and put in jail because they're freaking schizos. They're causing hazards on the roadway.
And if they don't comply, they will be forcibly detained.
Look at how many people are telling her to go. Look, this guy's telling her to go. Watch. Both this guy and the guy over here are telling her to go. Look, there's another. Go! Get the fuck out of here. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, you're getting detained, you're done. W video, by the way. If this doesn't tell you exactly what's going on there, bro, you're delusional. How many people do you need to tell you to get the fuck out of somewhere before you get, like, fucked up? Like, come on. Yo! They straight up hog-tied this lady. Yeah! Yo, it's total Karen annihilation in Minnesota right now, bro.
that these grown adults somehow just
That's right.
discovered that these federal agents
Giga
aren't
chance,
just playing
man.
a fun little game of I don't have anything more important to do with my life, so I'm making that your problem, and now you need to babysit.
And you know why that is? It's that was I hated that feeling on my teeth. They're like that. They're like that because they've never been told no in their life. When your parents hand you everything, pay for your money for you to go to college so you don't have to work, go to college to support yourself. Whenever you get like either free rides or your parents literally give you a car, like you've had everything handed to you your entire life. So all you have ever known is entitlement. You knew somebody where you got a job at making like $100K a year. Like everything in your life has been handed to you, so you don't have to suffer. So their entitlement is at levels that we've never seen before.
No, ICE is going after dangerous criminals that not only traffic substances, but sometimes people for slavery, which somehow isn't an issue to them because their emotions aren't based on consistent values.
If it was based on consistent values, they would be protesting for the genocide that's going on in Iran. The genocide in Iran was a big, like kind of peek behind the curtain as to what really fuels these people. It really is.
It's just whatever the TV and social media feeds tell them to be angry over. The scary part being, it's not just the homeless ladies with more emotions and information. Like we saw in that other video, some idiots are even saying they'll bring weapons. Yep. To which
that's the new thing that's going on now. People are saying that they should bring guns and stuff. Trump needs to lock this shit down before ICE agents start getting killed.
Or
Get arrested. Get the car before you get.
Assault. Just asked you for an ID. That
I don't
was
give a what you asked me for. Shut up. You shut up. Shut up. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? He has a gun on him. Look at that. A fully registered firearm. Because I'm a U.S. citizen. What's wrong with y'all? Wow. Wow. Let's go.
Now this idiot might actually have his CCW to go along with the whistle he's also wearing, but it just goes to show the escalation that is occurring here. As first it was just imbeciles dancing in their vehicles while
I don't think it's a problem that they bring a gun, because like in a riot you never know what's going to happen. But the minute that they start pulling those guns out and shooting at police, ICE agents, or federal agents, then it's time to shut this shit down, bro. Like it shouldn't even. We should be proactive, not reactive. This should have already been solved.
She got tragically ended for naive efforts, but now it appears they're actually showing up with their whistle, resisting arrest while carrying a loaded weapon, which is sadly playing into exactly what the Democrat politicians want. They're practically begging for another sacrifice to start a hot conflict between a sanctuary city and the feds. As recently disgraced Governor Walz,
I look forward to watching all these protesters disappear when the federal funding stops coming to these states, because I guarantee you that something is funding these people, and once the funding stops, when these sanctuary cities stop receiving funding on February 1st, if it's still going, you're going to see a lot less protests, I guarantee it. These states are doing something to fund these people. Somebody is funding this.
Again, suggest
guaranteed.
The feds are Nazis.
Going door to door, ordering people to point out where their neighbors of color live. They're pulling over people indiscriminately, including U.S. citizens, and demanding to see their papers. And at grocery stores, at bus stops, even at our schools, they're breaking windows, dragging pregnant women down the street, just plain grabbing Minnesotans.
See, this is the sad part. This is why the Insurrection Act exists. It's because whenever you have a crackdown in your country and you have elected officials like this making statements like this, he made this yesterday. He made this statement yesterday. This is the reason why the Insurrection Act exists. Invoke the Insurrection Act, mobilize the United States military, and completely obliterate Minnesota. flood Minnesota with so many fucking U.S. military troops that they have no choice but to comply. Take over every police station, take over every single street corner, and have a 4-to-1 ratio for every street. Roll in the fucking tanks. Don't use them, of course, but roll them down every street corner as a warning. This is an insurrection. It is politically charged, politically motivated, looting, rioting, and it's disgusting. By not doing something, you are endangering the brainwashed mobs. Because they think that they can just throw their bodies and their lives on the line. For what? For what? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Shoving them into unmarked vans. Kidnapping innocent people with no warning.
I have yet to see a single instance of ICE going door to door.
That's the thing. That's what really bothers me. Oh, but there's so many instances, so much camera foot. How is it that all these mobs have cameras, right? They all have cameras. They're all being told to pull out their cameras and record all the bad things that ICE is doing. You see a lady get shot, but you don't see what led up to her being shot. You see, like, all these people with cameras, and all I see is a bunch of looters. I don't see ICE agents doing anything wrong. I see them doing their job. And you always see, like, a viral video of an ICE agent who's finally had enough and something has to be done, and then they get either fucking run over or they get beat with a fucking shovel, and they're forced to use lethal force, otherwise they're gonna fucking die. Like, the guy that got hit with the car, he was in the hospital with abdomen internal bleeding, and then the dude that was getting fucking beat with a shovel by like 3 people had to fucking, he fired a warning shot. He wasn't even trying to kill anybody. He fired a warning shot, and it just so happened to hit the dude's leg. Like, what? Where, if you got all these people, so many protesters on the street, so many of these motherfuckers running around with cameras, why is it that I don't see any of these ICE agents actually doing what you're saying? I don't see them dragging pregnant women out of the streets. I don't see them breaking windows of cars that don't deserve it. I don't see them, like, shooting people just inadvertently. I don't see them, like, beating people like 3-to-1 ratio. Oh, I do see it on the opposing side, though. How is it you got all these cameras, you got all this footage, and the ICE agents ain't doing shit? In every single footage I've seen, across every single most social media platform, every single news network, everything. How is that? Where's all this footage at? How do you know this is happening? Is it hearsay? Because people sure do fucking lie a lot. Like, hello?
Asking for the people of color so they can arrest them regardless of citizenship. And for him to make insane claims like that just shows how desperate he is, practically begging for more activists to get in the way.
Help us establish a record of exactly what's happening in our communities. You have an absolute right to peacefully film ICE agents as they conduct these activities. So carry your phone with you at all times. And if you
know why he's saying that? Because he needs validation and he's not getting it. You got thousands, you got hundreds, I wouldn't say there's thousands, maybe like at the most like 1,000 and some change in Minnesota right now of people from all over the country trying to protest in Minnesota. Most of them are there to fucking loot. But you're telling them to peacefully protest and pull out their phone and start recording because you know there's no footage of what you're saying. You're actively lying to fill a narrative. It's a narrative that you're losing in, too. There's no footage. Nobody's going to do what you say. They're actively looting and rioting because they want to steal shit. It's complete and total chaos in your state, bro. You're cooked.
ICE agents in your neighborhood, take out that phone and hit record. Help us create a database of the atrocities against Minnesotans, not just to establish a record for posterity, but to bank evidence for future prosecution.
The more desperate he is to get the feds
You can't prosecute people from the federal government as a state, bro. That's not how it works. The federal government has to prosecute people from the federal government. That's the whole reason why Trump got impeached in his first term.
Of his state, the more guilty he looks for all that fraud. And the more they uncover, the more insane his claims will become. But at least Trump is finally cutting off their funding.
I'm so happy that he did that. I am so ready to watch that funding get cut. A part of me wants the protests to continue until the funding gets cut, just to see how many people continue to show up.
We're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens, and it breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come. So we're not making any payment to anybody that supports sanctuary cities.
Yeah, the aggression is where I have a problem. You can peacefully protest on the sidewalk. There's a reason why we, here in Texas, you don't have any of this nonsense. They don't fuck around with this in Texas, bro. And Florida's the same way. Stay out of the road and you won't get your ass run over. Don't go out and threaten people because we have the stand your ground laws and the, I think it is stand your ground. Like, you can't do this shit in Texas, bro. Because the police will be backed 100% every time. And it's not even just from... it's not even just from the police station or the government here, period. It's from the people around here. The people around here, dude, they know right from wrong. I'm actually very impressed with Texas and Florida, to be honest.
As stopping the fraud is a start, but most Americans won't be happy until politicians are put into prison over this.
I agree.
Where the theft of hundreds of billions of tax dollars was bad enough, but now it seems they're even willing to start a civil war just so they can continue to steal billions of our tax dollars. So if you appreciate my
W
insights,
Decoy, by the way, W Decoy video. This was 2 hours ago. Trump issued a warning.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about it because we're staying in Minneapolis where 3 Venezuelan migrants who allegedly attacked and ambushed an ICE agent this week are in custody for what the Trump administration is now calling attempted murder.
This ICE agent was executing a targeted operation against a Venezuelan illegal alien who was unlawfully present in the country. They used a shovel or a broom to smash his face in. And so, yes, that agent had to use self-defense and take up his weapon to protect his own life. That is what's happening on the streets of Minneapolis. That's what's happening on the streets, unfortunately, of these Democrat-run cities.
You notice how there's no videos whatsoever of that one? Huh. Interesting how the internet hasn't blown up with videos of ICE agents who shot somebody. I'd imagine whenever you have an ICE agent on the ground being pummeled with fucking shovels and sticks by 3 people, I'd imagine that'd be kind of hard to spin in a certain light, huh? Damn, that sucks for you, doesn't it?
In states where you have elected officials who are encouraging such violence against our brave men and women in law enforcement.
Former DHS Deputy Assistant Secretary Jonathan Fahey joins us now. And Jonathan, as you well know, the president came out yesterday and said, look, if this keeps up, I'm going to have to use the Insurrection Act. And for those people who don't know, the Insurrection Act...
You too, man. Stay safe out there.
...is called for when, quote, unlawful obstructions make it impracticable to enforce federal law. Jonathan, is it time?
Oh, it's past time. Brother, it's been past time since last Thursday.
Certainly the situation fits the law perfectly because you have consistent obstruction.
He shouldn't even be threatening to incite that damn thing. Just do it, bro. Just do it.
Law encouraged by these elected officials, so they have no interest in even toning things down. I think it's appropriate, and President Trump has let this go on long enough.
Yeah,
and,
I agree.
You look back to 2020. Their city burned down because Waltz and the mayor didn't take appropriate action, and I don't think President Trump's going to allow that to happen again. So I think it probably is going to happen. I think it's entirely appropriate, and it's entirely...
I think he's going to allow it to keep happening. And let me tell you why. Because, well, I don't know, because Trump did do his warning. He said that if it doesn't stop, something's going to happen. He did the same thing to Iran before he bombed the sites, the nuke sites. He did the same thing to Venezuela. I think Trump might actually invoke the act, dude. I'm really hoping he does.
Legally justified.
We learned this week, Jonathan, that the ICE agent who shot Rachel Good suffered some internal bleeding to the torso. It's a fact that I'm sure many people who don't like ICE will not believe, no matter who says it. But he also reportedly served in the military for years and is a well-respected member of Immigration and Customs Enforcement and has an immigrant wife himself. So what do you think his future looks like?
I think it's very scary for him because if you look back to some of these other previous incidents, if you look back to the hands up, don't shoot, remember Darren Wilson had to go into hiding. I don't know whatever happened to him, but he got so many threats, even though it was found by a Democrat investigation that he was entirely justified. So I think this agent, you know, he's going to have a target on his back. His family will. It's very scary for him because no agent wants to ever have to use their...
I love how the entire country is trying to swirl around one dude's bald head, Tim Walz. Because one senator, or I'm sorry, not senator, elected official, out of 50 states, out of all these mayors and governors and senators, is doing this in Minnesota. Like, why?
Firearm, but he did what he was required to do and what he was trained to do, and it's so shameful the way that, you know, people are talking about him as if he murdered this woman or did anything else. But yeah, he was in danger, he was injured, and he did what he was supposed to do. And you know, just like the incident that you were just talking about at the beginning with the other agent that was being beaten by people he was trying to arrest. They have a very dangerous job. They deserve the support. But yeah, I do fear for his safety and his future.
And I said Rachel Good, apologies. Her name's, of course, Renee Good.
Understood. And Jonathan, you know somebody who's very, very concerned for the health and safety of these border agents is their boss, Border Czar Tom Homan. He gave this urgent warning. Listen.
If the hateful rhetoric doesn't stop, there's going to be
more... bro. He losing weight.
Bloodshed. It's not over. And what scares you the most is going to be another death, either of an agent or somebody that's steps over that line. I buried Border Patrol agents throughout my career. I buried special agents. The worst thing I've ever done in my career is handed a folded flag to a spouse or a child. I pray every night that I never have to do that again.
And obviously, we're referring to border agents and ICE agents sort of interchangeably here, even though they are two distinct bodies. Tim Walz asked Donald Trump to tone down the rhetoric. He asked Donald Trump to tone down the rhetoric.
Trump hasn't even made any statements on this. He hasn't said anything. He's literally said nothing about Minnesota other than the fact that he's going to cut off sanctuary city funding. He said nothing. Literally has said nothing.
Literally minutes after he himself inflamed said rhetoric. What do you make of that double standard, that hypocrisy demonstrated by the current governor of Minnesota?
I would say it's breathtaking, but it's consistent for the course. And yet, talking out of both sides of his mouth, there's been nobody that has done more to inflame tensions than Tim Walz. I mean, he was just after that saying, record the ICE agents and the atrocities they're committing. He's called them Nazis. He's done everything he can to stir things up. And it's so awful because, you know, a lot of us, you know, he's sort of people make fun of him a lot, but they are people that take him seriously. So when he is up there saying things, people take him seriously and then want to act out and try to harm ICE agents and harm law enforcement. And yeah, it's totally shameful. His job is to be an adult, and he can't live up to that job because he should get up there and say these agents have the legitimate right to be here. They are enforcing the law. And if you want to protest, protest, but don't get in their way. But instead, he wants tension. He wants conflict. He wants violence. And it's so shameful. And he's going to be the primary reason if President Trump invokes the Insurrection Act, because Tim Walz won't simply do his job and keep his community safe.
Both sides are accusing the other of escalating tensions and causing chaos. And both sides are right that tensions are certainly escalating with no signs of cooling down anytime soon. Former DHS Deputy Assistant Secretary Jonathan Fahey.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Garbage, man. right here. I had a video pulled up. Here you go.
Well, it has been over.
So this is the stepdad of this is the stepdad of the guy that I'm sorry, of the lady that got shot in her car by the ICE agent.
Well, it has been over a week since the tragic death of Renee Good in that
Man, she
ICE
looks
involved
like a
shooting
damn Karen.
in
I'm sorry.
Minneapolis. And as violent protests continue across Minneapolis, and we just showed you some from last night, Renee's former father-in-law is speaking out about her death and urging both sides to look to God after the loss. Tim Macklin Sr. joins us right now. Tim, good morning to you.
Good morning. Praise the Lord.
Indeed. Thank you for joining us. I know this is a tough time for your family. Your son, Tim, was married to Renee before he passed away a few years ago. That's correct. I know you've seen the video of what happened. You've talked to your family. You've spoken to people. What happened? What happened that day?
Just a whole bunch of bad choices is what I see. I mean, we've all sinned and fell short of the glory of God. We've all made bad choices, and myself, I made multitudes of bad choices. And you know, Trump's got a responsibility to take care of the country. I mean, God has put him in charge, control, but he's got to do it.
Yo, man, how is it that this man... Oh, that's why. They're not related by blood. Okay, that makes more sense. Bro's got a good head on his shoulders.
Through the Lord, I think he's doing a great job. You know, it's his responsibility to protect, you know, God's people in America. And I have no blame for anybody. I want to be a peacemaker. I just believe that, you know, the Bible, I heard somebody say earlier that this is a spiritual warfare, and it is. It's not political, it's spiritual. The Bible said in the last days it'll be kingdom against kingdom and nation against nation. And, you know, we'll see the wars and rumors of wars and the hurricanes and tornadoes, and it's all happening. It's really, you know, the way the Bible's fulfilling itself. I think it ought to be a wake-up call, realizing this stuff this nation is getting out of control. Yeah. Unless people turn back to God or repent, it's going to keep getting worse.
And Tim, I understand you don't blame anybody. You don't blame her. You don't blame ICE. You don't blame anybody.
You know, we could blame, you know, do we blame Trump for for trying to get the illegal immigrants out of here? I mean, do we blame Trump for bringing ICE over here? I mean, you know, the agent himself, I mean, from my understanding, he'd been ran over before or something. I mean, can we blame Renee for even being there? I mean, there's just a whole lot of bad choices. I mean, you know, but here's the thing. That's why, you know, we all, the Bible says, trust the Lord with your whole heart, not to lean on your own understanding, and knowledge him in all ways, and he shall lead and guide our paths. I love Renee. She's a family member, awesome person, you know, but you know, it's the Bible says, he that not taketh up the cross, deny himself every day and follow him is not worthy of him. Was she following the Spirit of the Lord to be there? You know, praise God. Maybe if she would have just opened up the door and let them, you know, stuck her hands out, you know, she had a great spirit on her face, you know. I mean, there's so many things that could have changed the whole situation. The agent, praise the Lord, if you know, I've seen the video of, you know, where it did hit his leg. I mean, at that flash, I mean, who knows what anybody would do?
Exactly.
So, you know,
the guy made a split-second decision. Look at that.
It's not about the blame game. It's about really just everybody coming together and just going to God for our country and our nation and for our president.
Man, oof. Man, this guy talk about God a little too much. Jeepers. That's fun and all, but like, God damn, bro. I don't think so. I would assume not. That video was mostly over. I think they cut it short because he wasn't really giving them, like, you know, what they wanted. They wanted him to be like, yeah, rise up, da-da-da, blame da-da-da, but it's like, he gave his life to God, bro. It's over. He's only one person in his life he's looking up to, you know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing.
swoop into a foreign country.
At least he knows what the hell he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to hurt nobody.
President in the span of 90 minutes without taking a single casualty. And yet we allow these fat, retarded losers to commit federal crimes and every single night right out in the open in our own country. We could all put a stop to this immediately. Every one of these degenerates could be in a cage in Gitmo right now crying for their mommies. Order could be restored in like 10 minutes. None of this has to happen. It's all by choice. It is all allowed. And that's what makes it so infuriating.
That's what's really infuriating. Like the thing said. This isn't a... Hey, so if you want to protest, fine. Why are you looting stuff? Why are you burning stuff? Why are you burning people's cars, man? People work their lives for those cars, and you're literally burning them and you're setting stuff on fire. Why? Why are you doing that? It makes no sense. You can protest all you fucking want, even if you crowd up the streets. And I don't even agree with that. Why the hell are you trying to assault people? Why are you trying to assault federal agents? Why don't you actually do what you're supposed to be doing, which is peacefully protesting? Not throwing, like, bricks at police officers, not trying to hit them with cars, not blockading and impeding in federal investigations, not shooting, mortar shells at them, like the firecrackers. Like, why are you doing all of this? It's illegal. Like, come on, man.
Oh my God. Yes, I completely agree. Anyway, so here they are breaking into another car. Look.
We already saw this.
Let's see here if I can. Oh, this is another guy. Okay, MPR. There's more of these. Oh shit! Is a padded room? Yeah, true. Uh-oh! Roach out! Run away! Man. You're protesting against ICE and you're opening up the hood? You opened up the hood to steal shit out of the fucking car.
Oh, they opened the hood up? No way.
Why we smash?
That's hilarious. They probably opened up the hood to stop the alarm.
This is straight up out of a third world country.
It is.
This is insane, isn't it? Oh my God. Very peaceful? Yeah, it's extremely peaceful, guys.
Yes, all the peaceful bricks, right, boys?
I'm trying to prevent the Insurrection Act. Yeah, I'm going to look at that after this.
Oh, I want Trump to... I don't know why he keeps warning these people. Just invoke the Insurrection Act.
Look at this car. Totally smashed up, destroyed, everything.
Mm-hmm.
They opened... Why do you even have the hood open? You're protesting against ICE and you're opening up the hood? You opened up the hood to steal shit out of the fucking car. Jesus. Animals. Yeah, I know.
Woo, look at
Stealing
that.
Parts. I know. Oh, there you go, guys. Can you imagine being a cosmetic police officer? That must be so demoralizing. A little late, huh?
Yeah, really.
It's honestly... Oh. Is it finally happening? Are they going to arrest him?
Damn, look at all those police, bro.
We'll see how this goes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's one.
That's it. It's done. And what's this here? Like 10 time duties and promise the 11th time.
Bro, is that a fucking shield and sickle flag? No shot. You want to protest fascism and dictatorships and shit? They got a communist fucking...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's done.
Oh, maybe that's not. I thought that was the shield and sickle, bro. I mean, the fucking insignia... You know what I'm talking about.
What's this here? Like 10 time duties and
the
promise
hammer and
11th time
sickle.
you're telling the truth? Yeah, I don't trust them. They won't change sides. Yeah, they won't change their mind. They'll just shift positions. Exactly. Yeah, they're just going to constantly misrepresent things. And by the way, I've said this before. I will say it again. 3 flags.
Yep. Look at that. Look, the American one is even upside down. Look, it's upside down. I love how these groups of retards, they always have different flags from different countries. And the crazy thing is anytime there's an American flag, it's upside down or being burned. Or both.
Upside down American flag, and then 2 foreign flags. It's just
it's such a dead giveaway. Like, come on.
More insurrectionist crash out.
We're told that the Border Patrol. Okay. This is a serious clash happening right now.
Damn.
So John, we're told that the Border Patrol chief, Dan Bavino, is with them at this time. Let's see if we can pick up the audio. Let's listen.
So they're going after him now. It's insane the level that this has escalated to, isn't it? I really think it's crazy.
Okay, so obviously
looks like tear gas has been deployed to push the protesters back now. It looks like the federal agents have had enough of this and they're trying to disperse the crowd.
You seen this?
Everyone has had enough of this. Everyone.
Heard the clack, clack, clack of the air guns firing pepper balls.
So the definition of an insurrection? Yeah, it is.
Protest.
It is. It's absolutely what it is. It's an insurrection.
Firing pepper balls into the ground as opposed to actually firing them at the protesters.
What the fuck are the local police doing?
We don't know why.
They're doing what they're told to do.
The federal officers have decided to push the crowd back. It may be that they were trying to get some vehicles out of that facility, and the protesters were blocking the driveway. You still see some federal agents are back there blocking
More protesters
the
are. My God, what is this? Yeah, it's fucking everybody. Oh, here we go.
This is nuts. This is fucking and you're right in the middle of this shit. What the fuck is going on, dude? This is insane. Have you ever gone out to these sort of things before? Never. I've never protested in my life. My brother's here, he does it all the time. I've never.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm far enough away, but close enough, and I sit in my cushy house and look at shit and get mad, and they're just trying to fucking scare people, and but why shoot people?
Because they're hitting him with a shovel. Like, that's really the reason why.
You know what really pisses me off is the fact that they detain people, cuff them, and then still beat the shit out of them.
Well, why aren't there any videos of that? Do you think for a second that if the, like ABC, MSNBC, CNN, Fox News could prove that that's what was going on, they wouldn't be showing footage of that constantly? How is it that everybody's just talking about it and not showing the footage? Like, you have cameras fucking everywhere, and all you manage to catch is what you want to show, which is nothing. Seriously, it's literally nothing. Even the footage of Renee Good being shot, the original video was nothing. There were 7 angles, all edited to make it seem like the ICE agent was in the bad, and they all showed fucking nothing. Like,
that's the first time I'm hearing of this.
They tell you it's immigrants, only immigrants. It's fucking anybody.
Oh, okay.
I have friends that got detained, and all they were doing was fucking driving home from work.
Right, what a loser. Yeah, again, this is what's insane. They're not doing that. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of videos of that happening. So where they're beating people that are already handcuffed. That's nuts. Trump is speaking live. Give me a minute.
What the fuck?
Sounds like you don't fit the definition of the.
Fuck it. With a chance, many of these people want. Fuck. And they have a boiling point.
Yeah, it's gotten so bad now that they've released all the schools. Minnesota has already released the schools. They're not in school anymore right now.
I don't think this can go on for another week.
I don't think it can either.
Every single night that this has been happening, there has just been a further and further and further escalation. And eventually that escalation is going to reach a fever pitch, and somebody's going to die. Again.
Yep, I agree.
And I
agree.
Fight box.
Interesting.
White box. Good.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Watch for crossfire. Watch for crossfire.
Crossfire! Jesus. Feels like Battlefield? Yeah, I know. Like,
I tried my best. Sorry, boys.
All right. Nation is going to reach a fever pitch. Might be more immigration enforcement. $170 billion in federal funding. 10,000 new recruits. The opportunity to venture deep into enemy territory and grab foreign invaders.
Yeah, dude, they're like doing... Here's the crazy part. So when they catch these guys now, they've been like bringing them out of Minnesota. So the minute they get them, they like bust them out of the state. So they're actually doing like war zone extractions, essentially, in like a what is like at this point a war-torn city. It's crazy.
There we go.
It's kind of true.
Whoa!
Look at this. Jesus.
I tried. I tried.
We're good.
All right. We're good. You're good. You're good. I tried my best. Sorry, boys.
All right. DHS said happened Sunday. Several vehicles pursued a white van on roads. Here we go.
Hit him, guys. Why are you afraid of him? He's going to kill someone.
This is now a federal felony.
Knock him out.
Knock him out. Hit him.
Oh, they're pointing guns out the window.
It's gonna be block him.
Driver was charged in federal court for
Fuck.
allegedly using a vehicle to assault federal workers.
Fight box.
Interesting.
Fight box.
Good.
Oh.
Watch for crossfire. Watch for crossfire.
Yeah, you never see this shit in Texas, bro. You're not gonna see this in Texas either. Texas will crack. They've already started cracking down. Like, they don't fuck around with this, because the thing is like, we have protesters, but they're not gonna do this. They're not gonna. Well, I mean, this is an illegal immigrant trying to run, right? But or someone who fucked up somewhere. They're not gonna get in the streets because like Texas does not fuck around. Like you could protest all you want. You can even get with the police around in the community, and they will barricade off a section for you to protest. They will do that for you. But what you're not going to do is start looting and rioting in the streets. Because they're going to fuck you up. Same thing with Florida.
Really stupid. He let us walk all over him. Plus with the new...
See? What happens for years and years to shut down a campus? This is insane. What?
Hi. There are Board of Regents members' houses to decorate. And...
Meet University of Minnesota's encampment leader, Maria Otabella Resendez. She works for the University of Minnesota Office of Equality and Diversity as an access specialist. Previous recordings of mine indicate an advanced knowledge of yesterday's occupation. Otabella Resendez seems adamant that the student coalition at the University of Minnesota plans to escalate this fall semester by occupying buildings, vandalizing the homes of the board of Regents? Regents? I don't even know what the fuck that means. Marching in the streets and shutting down campus. They're literally using kids. That's crazy.
We live in a country that is occupied by children.
And, as always, there are streets to march in and there are campuses to shut down. And so we...
You want to shut down a campus?
What really sucks is that if it's a college campus, people are paying to go there. They need to go there so they could have a fucking living. And you are literally taking years off of their life with this nonsense. Like,
gives you the right to shut down a campus. This is insane. And this is what happens for years and years and years.
Yeah, this is what happens. This is what is effectively the end effect of not doing anything. When you allow this to proliferate, you end up inviting more people from across the country that want to do the same thing. And then whenever all hell breaks loose, you've got hundreds, if not thousands, of people in your state going rampant and looting and rioting. And you have to crack down on this, man. You can't let it go.
Policies, preferential treatment, and no accountability does to a person.
Yep.
This is what it does to them right here.
We need to be taking even more militant actions even than the encampment.
More militant actions?
Yo, it's almost like America's been invaded by literally a foreign country. They have foreign flags. They have all these schizos that are running around doing this, that are enabling them and then putting people in power that are enabling them even more. What the fuck?
What do you mean? Like, and this is the problem, is that you have people that are out here that are advocating for this stuff, and nothing ever happens to them. They never face accountability. They never go to jail. They never get arrested. Nothing ever happens.
Yep.
Isn't it crazy? I don't know how I don't know how this is real.
Oh my God, like top 3 experiences of my life, chasing riot cops away. That was incredible.
What are we doing? Allowing so many people...
You see what I was saying? Is that if you enable this, now she's trying to bring kids from campuses into this. When you allow, and when you seem like the weak person and you go away from this, you enable this behavior even more. Now she's trying to bus in kids from campuses to shut down other campuses and form what is essentially a militia. You have to shut this shit down now.
In the country, to just pretend like they're LARPing inside of a video game, committing crimes willy-nilly all the time. And how is this, like, what's going on here? Really, this is insane.
Incredible. We need to go
I
into
agree.
the fall.
Not doing anything is going to cause more people to die. That needlessly, like, I don't agree with Renee being shot. Okay, sure. It's needless death, and it's needless death because it's needless death due to lack of involvement, just doing anything. You have people blockading ICE that think that they can do that legally. It's not. It's illegal. You're impeding in a federal investigation and the flow of traffic. It's illegal to do that. And you're not arresting these people and holding them accountable because whenever you put them in the state's the state's like jail, they immediately get released to go and do it again. There's no accountability being held for any of these people. So they like think that it's okay. So not doing anything, you are enabling these people to not only continue to do it, but do it to an extent that now is involving kids, children, people that are barely 18 even. Like, it's so fucked. It's so fucked.
Like, ready to punch administrations in the gut. It means a lot to be able to sort of, like, debrief to other communists. The fact that we had, like, even one meeting directly with the president of the university, who is an interim president, but, like, I don't know, he's kind of...
Run that by me again?
Of the university. Like, even one meeting directly with the fact that, like, debrief to other communists. To sort of, like, debrief to other communists.
These are the kind of people that we have down there protesting. And they want to call Trump fascist? What have I been saying this whole time, boys? This whole time. It's literally like Minnesota has been occupied by a foreign country. Straight up.
The fact that we had, like, even one meeting directly with the president of the university, who is an interim president, but, like, I don't know, he's kind of, like, really stupid. He let us walk all over him. Plus with the new...
See? This is why you never give these people an inch, because they'll take a mile. To the extent that you try to be reasonable with them and explain things to them and try to see their point of view, they will view that as weakness and take advantage of it. Oh, here's another one.
Hey, y'all. I am not at home today because 1930.
Kyle, and I'm Antifa, live from the heart of Minneapolis. I've been on the front.
Uh-oh. Yep, we're both different ones at junkyards.
This is this is a college campus here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. You and Jeff and Cody should all the class. Yeah. So they tried to have a protest, and this is it. They're fighting now. Oh my God. Trespassing on the junkyard? Yep. And the cops got called and everything. Like 7 of my friends, it was 8 of us, 7 of my friends. I was the only person that got away.
What happened?
Everybody else got detained by the police. I remember it very well. I was 15.
Who is this, your friend?
Very good times, great times. The roach survives. Man, this is the other clip. This is a school. Well, they all went to there, right? And rioters looting an ICE vehicle, tearing it apart after smashing.
It's fucking disgusting, bro. It really is.
Minneapolis police chief's reaction when Mayor Frey says he wants cops to fight ICE on the streets.
And we're in a position right now where we have residents that are asking the very limited number of police officers that we have to fight ICE agents on the street. To stand.
It's like, what? That's the chief of police.
This isn't an insurrection. What is? Dude, this guy is having the worst day of his life. This is the second time I've seen protesters bothering someone who they thought were ICE because of the type of SUV they had.
Here you go. Yeah, like I said, I don't have to do this. I'm happy to do this.
So let me get this straight. These are the people that are angry about profiling, random stops, and warrantless searches who are...
Yet they're doing the same thing to other people with SUVs in Minneapolis. They're literally doing the exact same thing.
Now profiling, doing random stops, and making warrantless searches.
That's all. We just got to stop this.
So he's got a lot of camera equipment.
That's great. Yeah, you're stopping random people.
Yeah, I'm not. I tried to tell the first lady.
I love that they are literally doing everything they're protesting against.
Tell the first lady. So this has happened to him twice now.
Tell you, I already shot. Listen, first of all, I don't have to do any of that, but I'm kind. I respect the yard. Yeah, no. I really appreciate what you guys are doing.
So now he has to gas them up so they'll let him go.
Here yesterday?
Yeah.
So he's being detained and now he's being questioned.
Yes, he was here yesterday. I can testify that. I didn't recognize him.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
There it is.
I'm not here to help you.
No,
I think the fact that you're in a vehicle like this at this time
I get it. But with all due respect to everybody, I get a couple way drive.
The Karen Gestapo. Listen to this again.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not here to help you.
I'm not here to help you. The fact that you're in a vehicle like this.
With all due respect.
Yeah, the fact that you're in a vehicle like this is what?
Well, you can. You go rent something else.
You have to go rent something else. Now she's telling him he has to rent a different car.
Yeah, he has to change. He has to alter literally everything he's doing for one person, for one schizo. Now you've got a group of schizos currently burning down Minnesota. Do we not see the problem here?
You gotta understand that we can detain you for any reason. These people should be arrested for pretending to be officers.
They should be.
Let's just wrap this up, okay?
Helpful. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys the first time.
Let's just wrap this up, please.
We have to bring. They have to bring in the military. They
have to. Yeah, no, for sure. I wonder how many people have been assaulted for not even being ICE, just being like, fuck off, you know? It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Minneapolis has had a generation.
You literally have, it's chaos in Minnesota.
crash out. This is what they're doing. It's all the way back to 2020. This is supposed to be the richest country in the world, and we're letting these people turn it into a PvP server. They destroyed federal vehicles. They're stealing firearms, ammunitions, and sensitive documents inside, all captured on live stream. This is insane. Oh my God. It's a loot crate?
Bro, this is the kind of shit you would expect to see in a foreign country.
It's not easy, is it not? They're really trying to get... What, he's trying to master... And this is the other thing, too, is that... Down to Minneapolis. And this is the other thing, too, is that these people have become so rabid. They're going after any car that looks like an ICE car. Like any SUV, these people are like, are you ICE? Are you ICE? Are you ICE?
Almost there.
Oh my God. And they're letting this happen. Bullets.
Bro.
Man, that's insane.
They looted everything out of that car, even the fucking tags that he had on the inside. Bro. Looted everything. Those are patches, even.
Man, that's insane.
That's
And
crazy.
they're letting this happen. Very peaceful? Yeah, it's extremely peaceful, guys. Wait, what's this? Who the hell is this?
Our buildings to occupy. There are border really
Organizing people.
What a bunch of fucking
This absolutely proves what I've been saying.
It's anarchy, dude. They need to crack down on this. Oh fuck. They need to crack down on this. This is enough. Enough is enough, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Right now defies belief.
50% like ratio on his own account. Not a good day for being Tim. Here we go.
Wait, what
My
was
fellow
it?
Minnesotans, what's happening in Minnesota right now defies belief.
50% like ratio.
That's crazy. It's 50-50.
On his own account. Not a good day for being Tim. Here we go.
News reports simply don't do justice to the level of chaos and disruption and trauma the federal government
I love how there's so many news people that are in, like I said before earlier, there's so many cameras in Minnesota, but ain't none of them catching this quote-unquote brutality that ICE agents are doing. There's so many fucking cameras, yet there's no there's no people, like, catching these ICE agents doing something that they're actually not supposed to be doing. They're all there just trying to get the illegal immigrants out. That's all they're doing.
Raining down upon our communities. 2,000 to 3,000 armed agents of the federal government have been deployed to Minnesota. Armed, masked, undertrained ICE agents are going door to door, ordering people to point out where their neighbors of color live. They're pulling over people indiscriminately, including you.
Who determines what an undertrained person looks like? Who determines that? I'm very curious to know where they get that determination from. How do you know someone's undertrained? How do you make that assumption? Where are you hearing that from?
Citizens and demanding to see their papers. And at grocery
I don't know if I've seen that. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this a lot. Usually whenever I see them pulling somebody over, it's because the person's trying to...
I guess by saying that they're undertrained, then it's okay. Like, who are you? Are you someone who sets up courses for ICE agents? Are you somebody that knows? Like, unless you're working in the federal government, I doubt that you know if they're trained enough or not. I mean, they run the United States military that were able to literally like steal Venezuelan President Maduro. So I think I'll probably let them determine what's enough training and what's not. Like, the motherfuckers stole a president and they didn't lose a single life on our side. I think I'll trust whatever the United States government's doing when it comes to training, huh? I damn sure ain't gonna trust somebody that's sitting in a nice big mansion saying that you should let your state be overrun with illegal immigrants. I mean,
put their car in the middle of the road. And you see how, like, this is what people like Tim Walz do, is they just go on camera, and, like, if you take this at face value, you're going to assume that ICE is pretty bad, right?
Yeah,
oh my
exactly.
God, ICE is just arresting everybody. It's like a secret police. They're going around. So you can see how this psychosis, like, builds up, right? You can see how this happens. People like Cutie eat it up. Yeah, they eat it up like crazy. As I said, it's only 170 cases out of 680,000 deportations. Can you give me a link for that, Nomad? Yeah, if somebody can find a link for that, that would be good.
Stores, at bus stops, even at our schools.
Yeah.
They're breaking windows, dragging pregnant women down the street, just plain grabbing Minnesotans and shoving them into unmarked vans.
Unmarked vans. It's just, again, and you see how this is explained with the absolute highest degree of misrepresentation possible. You are intentionally trying to misrepresent this in the most extreme way that you can in order to make people think that something different's happening. That's it. It's the wording on it. Yeah, you're intentionally misleading people. If they ask for citizens, if that's citizens for documents, what's the problem? Well, they can't, the ICE are not able to do immigration things against U.S. citizens. They're not able to do that. It's just, it's against the law.
Kidnapping innocent people with no warning.
Well, that would, because like whenever they got those documents yesterday, the classified ones that were unfortunately declassified on the internet, they had targets and marked locations of immigrants. So they already know where these people are. They just got to go and find them. That's the thing, is like, these agents aren't just going around willy-nilly. They know who their targets are. They just have to go and find them. That's the crazy thing, is like, whenever they got those documents out of one of the safes yesterday, it had marked locations of targets. You could even hear the lady say, "They're calling them targets now?" And it's like, yeah, that's what they are. They're going to these people and they're going to deport them. So they don't need to ask for documentation because they're there with the express purpose of finding specific people. And they're getting interrupted. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, everything down to a base level has a reason. They're there literally trying to investigate people, and they're being impeded.
Process.
Well, why would they warn somebody?
Let's be very, very clear. This long ago stopped being a matter of immigration enforcement.
What?
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's crazy.
Instead, it's a campaign of organized brutality against the people of Minnesota by our own federal government.
This is organized brutality against the people of Minnesota. Meanwhile, this is what the people of Minnesota are doing. They're destroying cars, tearing things out, stealing guns out of FBI cars, and then reading out and trying to dox agents. Isn't that crazy? They can't know if you're a citizen or not without asking if you're a citizen? Well, I don't know. It depends on the situation, I'm sure.
They don't need to ask you if you're a citizen if they have targets. If they have specific people that they're looking for, they don't need to ask you your information.
What an absolute shit show. Yeah, this is what people like this do.
Last week, that campaign claimed the life of Renee Nicole Good. We've all watched the video.
Yep.
We've all seen what happened. And yet, instead...
If you think that, there are still people that are hanging on to this. And, like, I will say, like, we've been talking about this now for, like, a week. I can almost guarantee you nothing is going to happen to that officer. And do you know why? It's because he did nothing wrong. That's the reason why. He's not going to get charged. He's not going to get arrested. And they're going to find out, if there is an investigation, that he did nothing wrong.
There you go.
That's what's going to happen. And 100% lawyers, yes, 100% lawyers said so. I mean, I would say the majority of people think that. And, or actually not the line, like, mentally for sedition. Same with that mayor of Minneapolis. They need to arrest both of them and put them up on the most extreme charges possible.
I agree.
Of conducting an impartial investigation so we can hold accountable the officer responsible for Renee's death, the Trump administration is devoting the full power of the federal government.
Let's have the Minnesota...
How is this not a form of terrorism, by the way? like, you do realize that Tim Walz is using American people and politics to effectively gas up a massive protest in order to fight politically and cause chaos in his own streets. Like, when do we cross the line of, like, not only treason, but, like, actual terrorism? When do we cross that line? That's a genuine question. Like, when do we start looking at this as more of, like, a foreign country form of terrorism and, like, as, like, a retaliation to the United States government, and less of not only treason, but both, you know? Like, people are getting shot, they're getting beaten with shovels, they're getting run over by fucking people that think they can just go around and do whatever they want because the local police won't step in because people like Tim Walz are keeping them out of all of this.
The government investigate this like they investigated all of the Somali fraud. That you have had multiple whistleblowers, even on your own party, come out and expose you for trying to suppress.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have that happen. That's a great idea. Brilliant. Really smart.
To finding
and then one of the guys that had shot and killed or assassinated, like, it was some kind of senator or something like that. Apparently, like, the guy who did it, he dressed up as, like, a police officer and shot and killed her and her husband or something like that. And he was saying that Tim Walz hired him. Like, are we just going to discount that as well? When does this end? Like, this Minnesota is rotten to the core.
Victim and her family. Just yesterday, 6 federal prosecutors, including the longtime career prosecutor leading the charge to investigate and eliminate fraud in our state's programs, quit their jobs.
So, wait a minute. Let me listen to this again.
Federal prosecutor to attack the victim.
It's crazy that... So...
And her family. Just yesterday, 6 federal prosecutors to attack the victim and her family. Just yesterday, 6 federal prosecutors, including the longtime career prosecutor leading the charge to investigate and eliminate fraud in our state's programs, quit their jobs.
Why?
Rather than go along with this assault on the United States Constitution.
So they quit their job? Okay.
But as bad as it's been, Donald Trump intends for it to get worse.
It's going to get a lot worse.
Yes, it is.
I hope so. It's going to. This should only be the beginning.
I agree.
It should get 1,000 times worse than this. 100%. They're conflating judicial and executive powers by saying there's no due process when there is a deportation. Yeah, of course.
You shouldn't be doing due process, motherfucker. You're not a citizen. The Constitution shouldn't even apply to you. So what? Just because I step foot on the other side of the border, on it, like from Mexico to fucking America, I automatically get due process? Like, what kind of fucked system is that? Come on.
There was no due process with getting a lot of these people into the country. And this was always the strategy that these people had, is that create an untenable situation by allowing people to mass import into the country and then try to exercise every single legal proceeding to remove them. Basically, ignore all the rules to bring them in and then force all the rules to get them out.
Yep.
It's so obvious what's happening. Yeah, it should get a lot worse.
This week, he went online to promise that, quote, the day of retribution and reckoning is coming.
Thank God.
Amen, brother. What happened? I, like, kicked the table and something turned off. The fuck? That was weird.
Thank God. We need to put this guy in jail, charge him for sedition. Absolutely. And honestly, the only thing that's making me mad is the fact that Trump hasn't done it. He hasn't done it. Yes, okay, great. You're finally going to do something.
Stop talking about it and start doing it. Please.
Been waiting on this for how long?
You know it's about to get bad these next 2 days because it's the weekend. Bro, it's about to get bad out in Minnesota.
Don't say it, actually do it. Yeah, like you want retribution. I do too. This is ridiculous. And there are more people that are dying because of Tim Walz. Keep in mind, none of this stuff happens in Florida. It doesn't happen in Texas. And do you know why? It's because the state police cooperate with ICE, and they make it clear that you're not able to impede their investigations. And there are none of these crash outs that happen, even though comparatively, there are a lot of people in every state that voted for Kamala Harris. It's not like most states are not anything more extreme than 70-30. So that means at a very minimum level.
Well, it's because most of them understand that. Most of them understand that the thing is like, even if you don't like it, just wait 4 years and then they'll go up for re-election. Seriously, that's all you got to do. Just wait 4 years and then you can go and vote. And the country will decide who they want more of. That's just all there is to it. You can't just because you didn't win the vote doesn't give you the right to go out and start burning shit to the ground. Like, holy shit, like, come on.
30% of the activated voters in that state probably voted for the opposing candidate. But even then, you don't have those people out there on the street causing problems.
Exactly.
And the reason why is because you have the state police that reinforces the federal police, and they don't try to act in opposition to the federal police and usurp the United States.
That's right.
That's it. They didn't quit, they were fired.
That's right, man. You want that United States federal funding, you got to cooperate with the United States. That's how it works. You want that green to keep flowing into your state, then you got to do what the federal government wants. Otherwise, they're going to cut your ass off. That's how it works.
I don't know what happened.
That's a direct threat against the people of this state.
Like everything in every state is paid for by the federal government. The federal government pays for your electricity and stipends towards the power companies. The school systems are paid for by the government by giving stipends to teachers and the schools. Then the teachers do that by putting asses in seats. The police, the first responders like the paramedics and the firefighters are all paid for by the federal government. Like, all of that's paid for by federal government income, money, by the taxpayers. If you don't want to do the will of the federal government and what the people paid for, or what the people voted for, you're about to be in a rough spot, brother. Even if you don't agree with it, causing chaos in your state and bringing out more death, violence, and all this crazy schizo stuff doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help your citizens. It doesn't help the federal government. It doesn't help your state. Like, it doesn't help anybody. Nobody benefits from this. You damn sure don't help these illegal immigrants that you've thrown so much rhetoric out that they're now being popped in their own cells in these immigration facilities. Like, you're not helping anybody by doing this.
Who dared to vote against him 3 times and who continue to stand up for freedom.
Who dared to vote against him.
With courage and empathy and profound grace. All across Minnesota, people are stepping up to help their neighbors who are
profound. Wait, what was this here?
Grace for freedom, with courage and empathy and profound grace. All across Minnesota, people are stepping up to help their neighbors who are being unjustly and unlawfully targeted.
For sure.
They're distributing care packages and walking kids to school and raising their voices in peaceful protest.
It's crazy that they're saying that, yet they let all the schools out. They're not even letting kids go to school now. That's crazy. And I guarantee you the only reason why they allowed the students to stop going to school is so they could have students that could possibly get hurt in all this rioting. That's the only fucking reason. Like, why else would you do that?
Raising their voices, they're blowing whistles, driving cars, assaulting officers, hitting things, setting everything on fire, stealing guns out of federal law enforcement buildings or cars, and they're destroying everything.
They're literally stripping cars to the bone to steal stuff. You have looters, rapists, and killers flooding the streets of your city long before Trump ever took office and started trying to enforce immigration. It's like
about peaceful. Like, yeah, obviously some of them are peaceful, some of them are not. Duh. Look at the voting map, red and blue. Oh, yeah, no, I understand that. The Democrats tried to arrest Trump for inciting violence when he told the crowd to stay peaceful. I don't understand how Tim isn't arrested for actually inciting violence.
Right?
It's because the Republicans are pussies. That's the reason why. And you need to understand that, is that the Republicans are operating under some false premise that if we do this to them, they're going to do it to us. No, if you don't do it to them, they're going to do it to you.
Yep.
Because they're going to be able to. Your goal should be to incapacitate them so they can't do it to you. This should be proactive.
Even though doing so has made many of our fellow Minnesotans targets for violent retribution. Folks, I know it's scary, and I know it's absurd that
It's
we
going to
all
get a lot worse.
have to be defending law and order, justice, and humanity.
Law and order. You mean like the law that you can't be an illegal alien in the country? And the ICE can come and get you and remove you?
Bro, you shut down the conversation with that so quick. It's not even funny. I dated somebody that is most likely one of these lobotomites that are like down there doing this schizo shit. And I know I'm not gonna go too much into that, but they benefit, let's just say they benefit off of having illegal immigrants. And that argument would always come up whenever Trump was deporting people in the first election, and they were like, well, this is terrible. And I'm like, how so? And they would always be like, well, they're not doing anything wrong. And I'm like, they're here illegally. They're breaking the law. And then that like just stare of like emptiness that I would get from them. It's almost like they couldn't process it, though they were a very, very smart individual. And I know they're a smart individual. It's like, it's almost as if, you know how you have these sleeper agents where you say a phrase and they like wake up and they can like kill anybody, right? That kind of thing where like they're just a normal goofy ass motherfucker, but then you say a phrase and they get activated. It was almost like that. It was almost like does not compute, brain shut off, reboot. Okay, what were we talking about? Kind of situation. If I've ever seen brainwashing, it would look just like that. Seriously, that's what it reminds me of. Like if I think of brainwashing, I think of that. It's scary shit too.
See, this is the thing, is that all they do is they just go up there and they lie.
Like you could tell based on how they looked, it wasn't a stare of like anger or disappointment or anything. It was just like not even like a droop face of, it was like every emotion and every like mental capacity that they had just didn't exist. And then they just went back to watching whatever we were watching, right? It's the weirdest fucking thing. And it's so weird. It's so weird. I don't get it.
They're just going up there and saying things that are not true. It's very obvious that the federal government has the authority to deport illegal aliens. Everybody knows this. But they're pretending into this lie for no reason.
Let's say they didn't. Let's say they didn't have that authority. Wouldn't you want your government to implement that? Because our country is spending so much fucking money in taxes on giving these people welfare and places to live, to the point where we can't even put our homeless veterans in housing. We can't take these people off the street and give them homes. Wouldn't you want them to implement something that allows them to get these illegals out of here? Because they're putting such a massive strain on our system that they're literally killing the country. Why wouldn't you want something in place to get these people out? Any reasonable person would look at the system the way it is right now and realize that we're not even going to have Social Security by the year 2035. It's going to be all gone. What do you think is going to happen to welfare, kids' welfare? What do you think is going to happen to food stamps? There are more people coming into the country taking out of the system than they are putting back into it. And they're doing that because they can't pay into Social Security because they're not a citizen. Yes, you want these people to live better lives, but we can't support that. We feasibly can't do that. It's not possible. You see what happened with Venezuela. Venezuela printed so much fucking money. The same thing with Iran. They printed so much money that now like $1 US is like worth millions in their actual currency. So printing more money isn't the answer to that. Like, you can't keep band-aiding over a situation. It's going to reach a melting point. It is.
Over 1.5 million Minnesotans voted for Trump? Yeah, of course.
While also caring for our families and trying to do our jobs. So tonight, let me say once again to Donald Trump and Kristi Noem, end this occupation. You've done enough.
I don't think they've gotten even half as close. I think that they need to find out. So if Tim Walz knowingly was allowing funds to be sent to Somalia,
they need to charge him for treason.
I think that instead of sedition, we should charge him for treason.
Absolutely. Treason. 100%.
They
need to charge him with treason, and we need to bring back like public executions. There is no reason for you to take office and be sending money to foreign terrorist regimes, American hard-earned taxpayer dollars. There is no reason for that. It's disgusting. And I want to see our government hold these people to a higher accountability. It's like, it's insulting to every American.
Charge the guy for treason. Because you need to go, and the thing is that they're going to make a martyr out of this guy anyway, right? So you might as well do it. You might as well give them a good show. So I think that they should do that. Now, obviously, if they can't find out that he was working with with another government or facilitating funds to go to a foreign government or a terrorist organization, then it's going to be hard to charge him for treason, right? You'd have to do something else. But this guy needs to go to jail.
He does.
Because at the end of the day, this is, and what Tim Walz is doing is just, it's more authoritarian than
Here's the issue. The guy knows he's cooked. I'm sure once he leaves office, they're going to find so much dirt on this dude and how he has allowed these foreign terrorists to take millions, almost $1 billion worth of taxpayer dollars over the past, like what, 8 years? That he's like, I'm going down, I'm going to take as much down with me as I can. That's really what's going on here. He knows he's cooked, and he's trying to take down as much as he can with him. These people are dangerous. This is an elected official. You cannot allow these people to sit here and do this. It's dangerous. People are getting shot. People are getting beat. People are getting run over. The entire state is in complete and total fucking anarchy because of elected officials and people above the elected officials not doing their responsibility. Trump has a responsibility not to these schizos, but to the American people that voted him into office. He needs to step up and do his job and invoke the Insurrection Act and bring in the U.S. military and shut this shit down before more Americans lose their lives over all of this brainwashed content. Because that's what it is. It's brainwashed, manipulative content. That's all it is.
Trump is doing. And I'm going to explain how. So the reason why it's more authoritarian is because Tim Walz is simply refusing to enact the law. Trump is doing the law. Trump is not acting in any way that is extreme or crazy at all. You're sending in federal officers to arrest people and to carry out deportation orders that are federally, decided. So Trump is the law. Well, it's not that he's the law, it's that Trump is following the law. Trump is following and applying the law. Tim Walz does not want to follow and apply the law, and he wants to actively stop the law from happening, and he's willing to use the absence of authority in order to create a pseudo-authority to enforce that law not being upheld. That's what he's doing. So basically he's saying, I can't have the federal officers and like the police here, the police in Minneapolis or Minnesota, I can't have those people come out and actively push against this. But what I can do instead is I can tell them not to do anything and let these rioters and these problem people go in and trash the whole place and stop federal officers. Mm-hmm. That's what he's doing. And that is authoritarianism. Whenever you're relying on basically a, vigilante group to enact your will for you, That's not in practice, really. It's not in practice that much different than just using your own police.
Yep.
Yeah, it's mob rule. Anarcho-tyranny? Yes, it's anarcho-tyranny. That's what they're advocating for. And he is basically abusing, taking advantage of his position as being the governor in order to weaponize these people by not upholding the law. That's what he's doing.
Yep.
You got the link already? Okay, let's see here. Yeah, and this is another thing. Total ICE deportations, and this is an AI summary, right? So we can, like maybe some of it's a little bit inaccurate. And over 622,000 removals, deportations, and 1.9 million self-deportations. Arrests are described as hundreds of thousands of illegal criminal aliens, and with 70% having U.S. convictions and charges. So 70% of the people that they have deported have had arrests.
Bro, even AI knows what's going on here, bro.
So overall detention snapshot peaked at 68,000, and percentage calculation. What's this here? Using conservative estimates, focusing only on mistaken identity, only 50 to 120 cases per sources were actually fake. And so really it's below 0.05. Very, very low percentage of fail rate.
That's crazy.
Extremely low percentage.
But remember, they're not trained to do their job, right? They're not trained to do their job, but they've got a below 0.05% fail rate. Right?
Very, very low percentage of fail rate.
That's a pretty goddamn good rate. That's better than most police officers.
Probably lower than the police.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Why does it feel like Trump?
But remember, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, right? They have no idea what they're doing, and they're undertrained. Keep listening to that bullshit. Maybe you'll get convinced at some point. All right. Check out Ewu Body Cam. Ewu! Holy shit. Jesus.
In the backyard.
Whoa! Whoa! Hello! Whoa!
When a man opens fire on his mother, her friend, and his teenage daughter, police arrive to a rescue situation that quickly spirals into a tense shootout. But no one could have imagined what drove him to pull the trigger in the first place, or the disturbing secret they were about to expose.
Supposedly he's in love with daughter. They're realizing that he's mentally ill and got some situation going on with his own daughter.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that
we got a major mental health problem in this country. We gotta fucking put these people in a box. Not a freaking, don't kill them. Put them in a fucking happy hotel, all right? Put them in the insane asylum. That's where they need to go.
Persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless...
Bro thinks that his own daughter is in love with him. Bro.
Guilty in a court of law. On the afternoon of January 17th, 2024, dispatchers in Tampa, Florida receive a desperate call to 911.
My son is shooting us at the house.
Your son did what?
He started going and he's shooting at us.
Where in the house was he?
I was in the kitchen with my friend. She had just walked in the kitchen, and he put the gun to her head. He shot at her first and then started shooting me. And then I ran out because he shot at me like 5 times. And then I don't know if he shot my granddaughter. She was in the shower.
Jesus.
Sir, he's got a muzzle loader.
Responding officers arrive to find the caller running from the neighbor's house, holding her bleeding head.
Hey, hold on, ma'am.
Bro, talk about a tense situation. That motherfucker could be anywhere back there.
A second female, the shooter's 17-year-old daughter, flees from the backyard completely nude. Both women are urged to take cover behind the police vehicles.
Do you know how many rounds is in the gun?
No, I don't. It's a cylinder. It's a 56.
Okay.
Have fire come to attend to these 2 females.
My friend's on the floor.
She has a gunshot.
Can we have you guys go this way, please?
She's bleeding from her side.
Do we have somebody with a shield?
Damn, bro.
Guys, go to my car, okay?
Man, I hope they ain't gonna bring out some little old shield like what that dude had when that car flipped over. That's what I'm really hoping for. Don't bring out no little shield. You guys need like the actual shield.
Except for we have Like I said, there's 2 females removed. There's supposed to be still another in the house.
Another officer arrives, quickly escorting the 2 women away from the scene. In seconds, the situation takes a chaotic turn.
Oh!
Hey, let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
Where's he at? I don't see him.
He's got a black jacket. He just ran back in the house.
I didn't see him.
Let me see your hands!
Did you see him?
Let me see your hands!
I don't see anybody over there.
He's got a black jacket. He just ran back in the house. In the backyard.
Oh! Oh!
Stop fire, stop fire, stop fire, stop fire.
Careful with crossfire.
More officers arrive, taking positions at the front and rear of the house.
Which house is it? Which house? Get out of the way.
Fire. He came out of the side window on the south side of the house.
Hey, get out of there. I'll be back. Where was this door right here? He came outside and shot 2 rounds.
Get the back of the house. There's no eyes on the back of the house.
Back up a little bit.
He's in the back. He's in the back.
You good, Gibby?
Yeah, I'll be good. I got you. It's this gray house with the panels, right? Get down. I don't see. We gotta get.
Why don't they move the car up? Move the car up further so that way they can see him.
Yes, 236. He shot 2 rounds at me and I shot back.
Suddenly, the suspect emerges, shouting at nearby officers.
Did a bunch of up me, man.
Oh shit, someone in north of here.
He just opened the door.
Come on with your hands up.
He just opened the front door and screamed and closed it again.
You want to be arrested so I can tell you?
At the front door.
See your hands. Let me see your hands. Show your hands. Step out. Come out the door. Come out the door. Stand up and come out the door. Down on the ground now. Down on the ground.
Damn, what the fuck?
Cover the window. Hands.
House is clear. House is not clear.
Bring him out. Give me a hand and drag him out.
I guarantee you I know what happened. He ran out of ammo.
My computer files are all important. My computer files are really important. Is he the shooter? Do we know? Stop. Do we know if he's a shooter? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. I'm not sure 100%. Hey, is this the guy? Were you the one shooting? Yes. Yes? Yeah. Okay, who else is in the house?
Ooh, this looks fun.
I don't know.
Tom Grievous.
There was another person in there, a roommate. Girl? Yeah. Come on. Hey, help me out. Let's get him by. I'm disabled too. I'm sorry. Let's do this. Stand up. Anything on you?
Damn.
Be advised, there's a female in there.
Oh, give me a second. I use the bathroom. Hold on. I gotta go real bad. Hold on. Okay, we bake.
The shooter. Stop.
The shooter is identified through his driver's license as 42-year-old Michael Monroe Banks.
Do you have any medical conditions, Mike?
I'm disabled. I have a bunch of medical conditions.
What are some of them, just so?
My right leg's all messed up, and dementia, schizophrenia.
Okay. God damn. That's crazy.
What else? They poisoned me with something at the dentist.
Okay.
With Michael secured, officers prepare to clear the home of additional threats, as well as search for the possible third victim.
All right, hold. Hold.
Damn, bro.
Hold. Tampa police! Are you in there? Can you hear us?
A room to the right, looks like.
Tampa police! Are you in there? Can you hear us?
Damn, they got the big shields, bro.
Can you hear anything?
Got the big old shields.
Nothing. All right. The bed to the right.
All right, I got one victim on the ground in the kitchen.
They cautiously move in, and while some officers continue clearing the home, others consider a way to get the victim to safety.
Hey, should we carry her out? Can we carry her out? Yeah. I'm not feeling close. You want to just carry her out? Never mind.
Yeah, they can't move her if she's
52-year-old
if she's actually dead, then it's a crime scene. They can't move her.
Josephine Muentes, the roommate and best friend of Michael's mother, has a fatal gunshot wound to the head.
Damn.
On a table, officers locate what's described as a large revolver.
So it's a revolver. It's a revolving musket.
Nice.
So he loaded every single one of them with a blasting cap and black powder. It sounded like, so I heard his, it sounded like it was that long drawn out. Yeah. But then I heard ours coming, whipping past me. I
What the fuck? What kind of gun is that? Blasting caps? That thing still works? That's like a really old school.
Nice. So he loaded every single one of them with a blasting cap and black powder. It sounded like, so I heard his, it sounded like it was that long drawn out. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Coming, whipping past me. I hear musket go off and I'm like, you hear him zipping.
Yeah, that gun probably is worth a lot of money.
Dude, they went right past my head, bro.
The old school gun.
Oh, really? Shooting at you? No, he was shooting this way. And I was right there behind that car. Phew.
According to police records, no officers were injured in the shootout. Thankfully, Michael's mother and daughter were just as fortunate, with neither being severely injured.
They're going to the Tampa General Hospital. I'm gonna get in the car and head that way. Both of them are superficial.
Okay.
One shot grazed the head on the right side here.
Okay.
The mom, his daughter got shot right here, also grazed.
His daughter?
His daughter. So he shot his own daughter and his own mom.
Okay.
And then the friend Montez that's inside.
Okay.
That's
How old is daughter? Adult daughter or kid?
I got her date of birth 2006. So she may be.
Okay, yeah.
Is
So
she adult?
she's like
a kid?
16.
Yeah, she's a kid.
17.
Yeah. Apparently, I didn't get a full statement because of how fast everything was going.
Okay.
Supposedly, he's in love with daughter. They're realizing that he's mentally ill and got some situation going on with his own daughter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they were trying to get him to leave or get her to leave, and that's what initiated this. I'll get further once I get there.
But this barely scratches the surface, and grotesque text messages Michael sent to his daughter will soon expose the horrifying extent of his plans.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, his criminal past comes to light.
This guy lost a lot of weight compared to his last, his RMS, he was a lot heavier. Photo.
Really?
Yeah.
History of mental illness or anything?
No. Well, while driving over here, I'm pulling him up. He basically just had a career criminal history. I couldn't see what all the charges were.
According to a criminal affidavit, Michael is a career offender, having previously been convicted of both simple battery and aggravated battery of a pregnant female.
This is why when kids get a certain age, get them out the house.
How old is he?
He's born in 81, so 42.
Oh, he's not bad. He's old.
Yeah, 42 years old.
What's older than me?
No business living with mom.
According to the affidavit, the discussion of his living situation is what ultimately triggered Michael in the first place. It came after his mother discovered his horrifying secret. his plans to pursue his own daughter romantically.
That's awful.
In a series of text messages to the 17-year-old girl, he writes, "I've been trying to find a girl who will stay with me without me investing money in her. You have a special place in my heart that no one else can ever fill. I'm coming out in the open with my feelings for you because I don't want you to leave again. I'm willing to bow down to you and do anything to keep you here. If you want me, I'll get married to you. I hope to feel your love soon." After learning of Michael's plans for his daughter, his mother and her roommate Josephine began to discuss forcing Michael to move out. Michael admitted he overheard them, describing feeling betrayed and upset. He then went to his room and carefully loaded his revolver before returning to the kitchen, where he shot and killed 52-year-old Josephine Fuentes before turning the gun on his mother and 17-year-old daughter. In January of 2024, 42-year-old Michael Monroe Banks was charged with first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm enhancement, 2 counts of premeditated attempted murder in the first degree with a firearm enhancement, attempted premeditated first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Michael entered a plea of not guilty. The state's motion for pretrial detention was granted, meaning he will remain behind bars until his jury trial, which is set to begin in August of 2026. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light.
WEWU body cam, by the way. That's insanity. That's just crazy. How they allow that. Like if the dude, man, whoever doctor he was going to, man, they weren't doing their job. That's all I got to say about that. Like, they knew that he had schizophrenia and he also has dementia. He has a laundry list, supposedly a laundry list of like medical issues. That dude shouldn't have been out and about like that. He should have been under constant supervision, especially with a 17-year-old in the house. Oof, that's rough, bro. That's just bad. All right. We rolling. I'll be back on Monday, boys. I think you're gonna be off on Monday, aren't you? You're gonna be on a camping trip. Yeah, till Tuesday. That's right. Have a good weekend. Have a good 3-day weekend, Nigel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on Tuesday. I'm gonna be here on Monday, so I'll be here. Stay safe out there. Stay friendly. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole life. You never know. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye. What is it? This one? No. Yep. Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't